intro for podcast 2017/2018. Well, talking about 2017 games in 2018.
2017 games were good games too. 2017 was a good year for gaming, apart from the whole EA thing.
What did they do again? Sorry, I skipped over that.
Everything. The loot boxes and bullshit, you know.
Yes. Loot boxes done wrong. Like they took out. Oh, that's right. They went pay to win in a game that was supposed to be like to keep you like in the world of Star Wars and actually be fun. I mean, you don't want to be like imagine being like a 13. Oh, wait, what's the game? Was it R16? Probably was R16. But anyway, parents are buying this game for their kids. A 13-year-old kid just jumping online, wanting to have a good time, and then he's getting ripped to shreds and he doesn't know why. I mean, that's probably going to happen regardless because 13-year-olds.
Yeah, I was thinking that anyway. Yeah. Have you actually?
It's going to be even worse.
Have you actually played Battlefront 2?
I played the beta, and I played enough of it with mates, so I wasn't playing alone.
Yeah.
The one thing I enjoyed out of it was the space battles. Space battles were fun as shit. But
oh yeah, with the TIE fighters and all that sort of jazz. Yeah.
That was fun.
It does look cool.
But then, yeah, fucking looks mean too. It does. It looks awesome. But that's not enough to, it's all about the fun factor, If I get bored, yeah. And, I mean, to be fair, there was two ground missions. And, yeah, I've pretty much seen enough of the game. By then, I was like, okay, I'm done. I think I've had enough.
I think the fun factor would drain pretty fast if you have to keep throwing money at it to actually not lose repeatedly really, really quickly. So
yes. So I haven't had like a full-on hands-on experience from the full game's release, but I heard that people, if you put it on Origin, like people on PC got it early.
Yeah.
If you got like the Origin Pro, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then heaps of people are like already high levels, or if they're like pay money for those loot boxes and shit to get all the good shit. Then when all the normal people decide to jump on and play, they're already like
way behind.
Pretty much, yeah, way behind. Or these guys are already at max level. Like, well, this is a fun game. This is a fun game.
It probably comes as no surprise to you that I haven't played it, but
yeah, like I say, this is only like my minimal experience with the game. Like I say, I've only played the beta. But I can already see that I'd get bored of it really quick. So.
I could probably count the amount of AAA games that were released this year that I've played on one hand, I would say.
Well, go on then.
South Park, The Fractured But Whole.
Great game.
It was pretty good.
Loved it.
Fuck, I don't know.
You played Evil Within 2, right?
Evil Within 2, yeah. Okay, that's probably it, actually, for AAA games.
Those two.
Oh, Nier Automata.
Did you finish that?
No, it kept crashing on me. Computer couldn't handle it, I don't think. I did want to play it properly, but yeah, it's not working very well.
Yeah, well, disclaimer, that is one of quite a few games I've not finished.
Yeah, fair enough. It was a really good game, though, for what I've played. I think I played about 5 hours, which is fuck all of that game. Like,
I agree.
But it looked like it was really fun, but
is like pretty much... Go on.
The crashing I couldn't handle it. I hate fucking games that crash on me all the time. Especially when I'm recording, because it causes corruptions in the video files and stuff, and it fucks me off.
God, I wouldn't want to meet a person who likes that.
If I was just playing it, like, without recording it, if it crashed, like, once an hour, I could probably cope. But if it did it when I'm recording and I have to keep repairing the video files and dumping it and shit like that gets up my nose.
Yeah, no, I lose my temper really quickly. Real quickly. I have a small tolerance. Like, why isn't this doing well? Never mind.
That's why I dropped Harvest Moon. I was playing the new Harvest Moon recently on the channel. And it's a really good game, like, really good. But it crashed all the fucking time, and eventually I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck this. Fucking over it.
So, shall we we'll start off with, was there any games that you just didn't like this year because of, maybe crashing reasons? Because some games, I don't think console is much of an issue, but when games get released on PC, the initial launch of some games, they just crash.
They're quite buggy, they can be. Yeah. Initial launch on PC is pretty fucking dubious for most games, but like they're usually like from bad to fucking atrocious, on day one. Like even Divinity Original Sin 2, which I gave my Game of the Year award.
Number one spot. Yeah.
It didn't ever crash, but it was buggy, because I was playing the day one version. It had bugs in it. Like, that's just the way it is. Especially like big open world RPGs like the Bethesda games and shit like that. They're always buggy on release.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, you can forgive it because they're such a huge game that it must be hard to beta test it, and especially for Divinity, it's an indie developer, so they'd have much less resources to beta test. Although
that's pretty.
To be fair, the game was on early access for a year, so that's how you beta test.
Pretty impressive how far they've come, because with most game reviewers and like channels and shit, they put it pretty high up there for like a Game of the Year contender as well.
Fuck yeah, it's an amazing game. Like, even if you go on Metacritic and look up like top rated PC games of all time, Divinity Original Sin 2 is in like the top 20.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because me myself, I'm not a fan of that. Like, nothing against the game at all. Just anything that's top down. Yeah, anything like that's just not my thing. That's pretty much the only thing. But I believe people's word if they say it's an amazing, fun game. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And any developer as well. That's also good news.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good thing to hear. Yeah.
I've been following I've liked Divinity for a while. The series has been out since say early 90s or late 90s. Because it's Original Sin 2, something like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th entry in the series, in the franchise. And some of them have been pretty hit and miss. Like, some are good, some are not so good. But like, I'm not usually a fan of top-down CRPGs either, really. But it's a bit different because it's turn-based as well. Like,
okay.
Because most of the top-down games aren't like that. But you get like turns, and you have action points for your characters, and you can do X amount of actions with your action points, and then it's the next person's turn or whatever. It works out really well. Like, it makes it much more interesting and more tactical than the normal top-down type thing. But games that were real bad as far as like crashing and stuff.
Or also it could just be games that they just didn't like either.
Well, I'm looking at. I've got a list of. I got a list of every game here that I've played this year.
All right. Any of those games that you didn't like, doesn't have to be crashing. Just didn't like, or disappointed with.
I could not like because even though the game's good, I'm stupid. or because I'm terrible at it. Like Songbringer, for example, was a really good game, but at the same time, I can't navigate for shit. So
Songbringer.
Yeah, so I got stuck real easy because I couldn't find my way to where I'm meant to be going. Nice. I played Light Apprentice recently, and that turned out to be quite grindy. I don't like that. But
you don't like grinding?
I don't like being forced into grinding. I don't mind if it's like optional grinding, but I don't like being forced into it.
Yeah, like you have to grind before you can move on, okay.
Harvest Moon was crashy as fuck. Didn't like that. Like the game was really good, and it'll probably be really good once they patch it up. But at the moment, it's pretty bad. Hello Neighbor, that's the one I want to talk about. As far as worst games this year, Hello Neighbor was fucking awful.
All right, going with that. Like, hit me with why didn't you like it? Because it was been in like early access for a long time, and I haven't really heard like too many. I mean, because I haven't played it. I'm only going off like what other people said. It hasn't been been ridiculed until it got released fully.
That's the problem, you see, because like if you've looked at the Steam page, you'll see it's got mixed reviews already.
Yeah. What the hell?
It's because it came off early access. It's been on early access for fucking donkeys. When it finally came off early access, it's still buggy as shit. It might as well still be an early access game. It's fucked. It doesn't work properly. It's buggy. It's like, it's just fucking atrocious, man.
Does it just things not happen when you press a button, or just
like
the game just cheat you in ways, or what?
Well, it's like if you're platforming, because there's a lot of first-person platforming, which doesn't work well anyway.
No.
You can slide off surfaces, you can get stuck in walls, fucking... The physics on the objects are just redonkulous. Like, they'll bounce around the place, and you can't stand on it. Shit'll fall over and bounce around.
Yeah.
It's so fucking... Oh. And like, it's designed so that you can get through it in a certain way. Like, you're meant to... It's basically a puzzle game, right? With stealth elements.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you're meant to do this, and then you can do this, and then you can do this, and so on and so forth, right? But the way the game is, and the way it's so buggy, is that you can cheese it so hard that you can just skip half of that shit. Because, like, the puzzles, there's no intuitiveness to the puzzles. There's no, like, oh, you're meant to be doing this next. You're just, like, running around, picking shit up and hoping to find something. So eventually you get frustrated and you just brute force it because you can break the game. You just do it because you can brute force your way through the puzzle without having to solve it.
You're just playing as a stupid little kid, so how the hell?
At the start, at the end, you're an adult by the end.
Oh, are you really? Okay,
Yeah.
So I don't know that.
The game's like, on top of that, the game's actually like 3 hours long without all the bullshit. Once you drop all the bullshit. The guy who's chasing you is faster than you, which is annoying. But there's no actual, like, consequence to being caught. So by the time I got to the end, I was just like, I'll run in, and if he catches me, I'll respawn in my house, and then I'll just run back in until he's not there anymore, you know? I've got no reason not to, because there's no penalty.
No, because it just resets the game again, doesn't it? But then doesn't that...
You don't even lose the inventory items that you've got. If you pick something up and then he catches you, you've still got it when you respawn.
So what does he do? He doesn't call the cops on you, he just like kicks you up the ass. Out the door you go, mate.
So I'm like, why should I even bother trying to avoid him? And plus you can't avoid him because he can detect you when you're like sneaking. And on top of that, okay, here's another thing that really fucked me off.
He is fast too. He is fast.
Holy shit. If you're running away from him, he will catch you if you don't make it over the road to your house where he stops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's faster than you are. There's mini games sort of thing when you go through certain doors. And there's one where there's a shopping one where there's these mannequins pushing shopping trolleys. And if they touch you, you die, right? And you're meant to sneak. But even if you're sneaking, they'll see you straight away and kill you. So all you can do is like run. And they're still faster than you. So it's just a trial and error thing. So you just keep running and running. And then once you actually finally do it, and you don't throw your computer out the window, right? At late game, there's the same fucking mini game, except it's in like a classroom.
Okay.
And then there's like the students. If they catch you, you die, and they're faster than you, right? And there's lots of them, and you can hide in lockers as you go. And they can kill you even when you're hiding in lockers sometimes because the game's broken. Remember?
Yes.
And then, like, it has phases. So it has the student phase, and then it stops, and then it's the teacher phase, and then there's only, like, 1 or 2 guys, the teachers, but they're fucking stupidly fast. They're, like, Super Saiyan fast, you know? They're, like, tearing around the place. They're, like, fucking Roadrunner.
You're just a fucking turtle just trying to do what you can.
Oh, I can't... like... I'll give it the credit of the fact that the art style and the colors and everything of the game is really nice. Like, it looks good. It's a nice looking game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where it ends.
That's where it ends.
That's all it's got. The concept's nice, and the game looks really cool. It's like very, I don't know, it's very Tim Schafer-y. It's very, you know, Double Fine. It's very...
You can definitely, but you can definitely tell it is not a big contender as I'll say AAA, obviously not, but it's definitely should still be in early access. It doesn't look like it's a finished game.
No, and like I said, it's only 3 hours long. It's like $30.
Yeah. But see, it's like some of the actions of the characters, and like you say with the movement, it doesn't look like that they've polished it.
No, it's not polished at all.
To as good as it could be, you know. It's like, why would you take it like, this is our finished product, it's not going to get any better than this is it. We've done our best.
Yeah,
like, to be saying they have done pretty well, but you know, there's just a few little things they could have done to make it that much better. You're right.
Okay, one other game I've got on the list here that I want to talk about as far as disappointment goes is Absolver.
Really? Because that was Solver. Let me just pop that up.
Yeah.
That's the walkthrough one, right? But pretty much, kind of.
Sorry?
Is it Obsolver?
No, Absolver. Not
Absolver.
Observer, Absolver.
Oh, yeah, we go.
It was on my top 10 most anticipated games for 2017. It was like number 5 or something. And it's like martial arts Dark Souls.
The fighting game. Yes, I remember that. I saw that when I first saw that announced. I was like, shit, that looks pretty cool.
It did look cool.
Online, it looks online only. I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. And no good.
It's conceptually it's nice, and again, like Hello Neighbor, the art direction and stuff's very unique and it's very interesting. It looks nice, you know.
Yeah,
but the one bitch I have about the game is that there's very little content in it. Very little, especially since it's almost a AAA game. Like it's a AA game, you know. It's a game that's been anticipated for a long time. It's got a lot of money behind it. It's got a publisher.
It's $36.
Yeah,
which is it's not too bad, I guess. I'm gonna say depending. I don't know how much content does it have. Tell me.
Put it this way, I recorded. Hang on, let me just check my channel. I'm pretty sure.
Because obviously there's online battles.
Yeah, but that's...
Is there offline?
There is offline. Well, what happens is basically you start in a world. It's hard, like it is Dark Soulsy. And it's pretty hard.
I already hate it.
You fight your way through random enemies, and then you fight bosses, right?
Mm.
And then that's basically it. Once you beat all the bosses, you become an official Absolver, right?
Yeah.
And then at that point, all you can do is do online battles. And once you've done the online battles enough, or something like that, you can go back and do the bosses that you've already done again. That's all there is to it, right?
Okay.
Alright, as far as content goes, I recorded 6 videos, which means about 3 hours of content. Which is fuck all for a game that's $30-something, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. That's not your money's worth. If you've had enough after that long, that's it.
You can pick up Divinity Original Sin 2 for $50, and that's got like 100 hours worth of content plus.
Spend your money wisely.
Or even Nier Automata, which might be like $80, but I mean, it's got well over 100 hours worth of content.
Easily.
As far as I'm concerned, a game that has 3 hours of content shouldn't be charging more than like $15.
Yeah. 10, 15 max.
Yeah.
There's probably been other games in the past that have been cheaper than that have got way more playtime out of it.
I played One Finger Death Punch for 26 hours, and I paid 99 cents for that game.
That's because you got a thing for stickmen fighting.
It's a fucking good game though. It's a fucking good game.
It is. If you just want something that wants to see stickmen beating the shit out of each other with random objects, and obviously they're stubby fists. You can sit back in your chair, stick your hand out, left, right, left. Easy.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game.
Yeah, heaps of action going on and not much effort.
And it looks impressive. You know, it's fun to play. That's all that matters, really. What else? I played Star Story. That was crap. I just have to say that was crap. I played 2 episodes of it, and I was like, yeah, that was crap.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah. And I'm spent.
Signal from Tulva was disappointing. I can't remember what they're the people that made See You're Being Hunted. It's the new game by them.
Yes.
Signal and it's a first person shooter thing set on an alien planet where you're fighting robots and stuff like that, and you're a robot, and it's not very good.
Sounds a bit all over the place.
It's nowhere near as good as I hoped it was going to be. Put it that way, like because See You're Being Hunted is actually a a pretty good game, even though it's hard as balls.
Mm.
Okay, I got one more to complain about. Beat the game.
Beat the game.
Beat the game.
I've seen that pop up every now and then, but no, never actually played it.
It was on my top 10 most anticipated games for the year.
Yes.
It's a unique and really good concept. The art style is fantastic and very Tim Schafer-y.
Oh, it does look really cool.
The game's really good,
Yeah.
but it has one major flaw.
Enough to make you hate it.
It's half an hour long.
Is that it?
Yes.
What?
That's all the content there is in it. Half an hour.
What the fuck? What?
Other than that, it's fucking incredible.
What? Why? Why do they make it so short? I don't know games were that short then anymore. I don't know games were that short anymore.
I don't know.
Unless they're free. I don't know. But
yo, I played Doki Doki Literature Club for 5 hours, and that was free.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that blew you away.
It did.
Hell. Jesus. So I was to say, there's not like multiple endings or anything like that, or
no,
nothing you missed out on, nothing at all.
No, I did it twice just to make sure.
Shit, and it does look like a well-made. That's like they spent all their effort making it look good. And they're like, oh shit, we actually have no content.
The mechanics are good.
Great.
The game looks good. The mechanics work well. It's all really, really well done. It's just half an hour long. I don't know what else I can tell you about that. It's just half an hour long, and that's a deal breaker, man.
Yeah. But was that half an hour a thrill ride?
It was a good half an hour, but how much is the game? Like $10?
It is $10, yeah.
That's too much for half an hour. I can get a ticket to a movie for that, and that'd be more than half an hour long.
Guaranteed.
Alright, Bruce, your turn.
Pick the right movie.
Have some complaining about some games for the year.
Yeah. Well, so when it comes to me, I don't really go, like, say you played all like those like indie titles and such.
Yeah.
I don't really go towards games that look like they're gonna, like, I check the reviews beforehand and I try to avoid the ones that could be bad.
Yeah.
But like, say if I want to go for games I didn't finish, this would probably bring a shock to you. I played Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Got bored after like 3 hours.
3 hours? That game looks amazeballs.
maybe. Okay, we'll push up to 5. But like, I wasn't doing any of the side stuff. I was just doing story only. I was just going around beating the shit out of people, following the story along. The story didn't grab me at all. I'm not sure if I'm just more of I don't like reading subtitles during a story. I like to have like the words spoken to me because I like it simple.
Could it be the fact that you haven't played any of the other Yakuza games?
That's also could be another factor. But this is like a prequel to.
It is a prequel.
Some of those games.
Yeah, it's a prequel to Yakuza 1.
But for what I've seen of the other Yakuza games, it looks basically exactly the same as the other ones, with maybe a bit more, like a lot more added to it. Because like there's like an absurd amount of side shit that I've heard. Like
there's an absurd amount of side shit in every Yakuza game ever.
Like that's just the way they increase it every time.
Like, there's a big difference in like quality as far as Yakuza games too. As far as I'm concerned, like I played Yakuza 3 and Yakuza 4 solidly, and Yakuza 4 is by far better than Yakuza 3. And like I played Yakuza Dead Souls, which is only okay. Some are good and some aren't so good. I don't know. I haven't played Yakuza 0, so I couldn't judge it for myself.
Well, because I've seen you play Yakuza 4, most of it anyway. It is similar to that, with probably just more added to it. Like a lot more added to it.
Do you play as multiple characters? You haven't been far enough to know that, or?
Nah, I only play as the main guy so far.
Fuck, what's his name?
I don't know. I can't remember. I have to Google him.
Is it Kazuya? Or something like that?
Kazuya, yeah. Kazuya. I was just thinking of that's Tekken, isn't it?
It is as well, but I'm not sure if it's similar at least.
Anyway, I only played I didn't get very far. You say I got to like the second act, maybe in that game.
Kazuma Kiryu.
That's the one.
Yeah.
There you go. and I just lost interest completely. I was gone. But like saying, like people who are big fans of the Yakuza franchise, if they love Yakuza, then they'll love this game.
I love Yakuza.
No doubt. You'll love it then. You'll probably love it to death then.
Yeah, probably. Except I don't have a PlayStation 4, so I can't play it. But if it ever comes to PC, I'm gonna be all over that.
Yeah, we're ready and waiting. Waiting with the clicker. So yeah, no plans of finishing that game. Destiny 2, I got that this year. I played the shit out of Destiny 1, like the absolute donkey out of it. From the story to the online to all the raids to everything. Like anyone who's played Destiny 2 or Destiny know what I'm talking about. That was fun as shit. Destiny 2's come along, I've done the story, and that's about it. That's all I've done.
Destiny 2 is one of those ones that's part of that whole loot box controversy anyway, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's a bit different that they've done it though. It's got its own currency, and it's one of those currency ones you can buy currency to buy better shit, get better shit. Yeah. Randomly though, it's not like you can buy this gun. It's random.
Yeah.
But it's definitely got a lot more than what Destiny 1 had. Like, a lot more. But I'm a big first-person shooter lover too. I'm a huge first-person shooter lover. That's like all I've ever played. For like when I got my Xbox 360, my first game on there was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. And
Halo 3. Played those two games non-stop for like a whole year. So I'm a first-person shooter veteran, and I'm over Destiny 2, to be honest. I'm over it. And they're releasing like the expansion packs again, like separately, like $30 a pop.
Yeah,
which is probably a bit too expensive for what they offer. It's just like a few more missions, and it does look. The game looks fucking amazing. Like considering on how games look, you probably get like #1 spot for looks. But
right,
that'll be about it. The story's not interesting. The guns sound good.
Yeah,
but there's a limit to how many guns there are. There's not as many guns as there could be. Like the way they're doing it is a MMO type.
That's how the first one was, wasn't it? An MMO style.
Mm-hmm. But what they needed was more guns. They needed more variety of guns.
Like
a huge
Borderlands flavor.
Yes, exactly like fucking Borderlands. I love Borderlands. Exactly like that. Just something a bit more random. Like all you're doing is walking around using one gun. Then you see a gun that's got an extra 2 points higher than yours. You pick that up. It's like the exact same looking gun, but you know it's a little bit stronger, so you got to have it.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I'm not sure who they're targeting with Destiny. Like obviously they chucked in the campaign again, which was okay, but not the best. Didn't grip me at all. Then they got the multiplayer, which is just it's so. If you got the best guns, you're not going to be able to outshoot them. You know, whoever's got the best guns is going to outshoot you.
Yeah, so it's not a skill game; it's a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of people said that about Xenoverse too, and a lot of those online games, it's not about your skill; it's about your stats. It's about numbers.
Yeah, if you got the best gear, how much time you spent on the whole thing as a whole.
Yeah,
and that's it. It's pretty much a game to play with friends. You don't want to play by yourself. If you want to play by yourself, you'll probably get bored within half an hour. If you're playing with someone else who has a bit more passion for the game than you do, then maybe you have a few more hours fun. But yeah, so that's about it. That's the limit.
Do you have enough dislike for it to go back to Destiny 1 instead? Or has it killed both of them for you?
No, if I was going to play Destiny, I'd definitely play Destiny 2 because it has more to offer, but that's about it. I was expecting something a bit different.
But like you'd be like max level in Destiny 1, but I assume you wouldn't be in Destiny 2.
No, I'm not. No, it's
so you could hold your own in Destiny 1 still.
Like some people, because there's three character classes in the game, and heaps of people have maxed out those 3 character classes. I only maxed out 1 yet. So what does that tell you?
So that means online you can hold your own in Destiny 1. still, but not Destiny 2 so much.
No.
So that might be a reason to go back.
And it's Destiny 2 came to PC as well. It came out of console early. I played Destiny 1 on console because it only came out on console.
Yeah.
So that was fine. I'm not sure if that was a factor in this as well. Since I'm playing it on PC, it shouldn't be much difference, but I don't.
Is it cross-platform?
No.
So you're only playing against PC if you're playing on PC?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, well, I think that one got... Destiny 2 is another one of those games that got pretty heavily trashed all year, realistically. And you heard about all the controversies with the XP thing, where they changed how much XP it took to level up, and how much they were slowing down the XP without letting you know that they were slowing it down, and all that sort of shit.
Yes.
Even though I've never played the game, I keep up to date with that sort of shit.
You hear things. Yeah. You hear things if it's big enough.
Yeah.
But all in all, there's no games that I've played that I actually picked up and say I fucking hate this game, because I try to avoid the bad ones. So I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah, I do the same.
If I hear it's shit, I'm just like, okay, I'm not playing. So all in all, I haven't been too disappointed this year with any games that I've played.
I might have had quite a lot to bitch about, but at the same time, I've played 55 games on the channel that were released this year.
You had a smorgasbord to pick from. yeah, you had to take your pick. But yeah, that's good.
For me, I would give Hello Neighbor worst game that I played this year.
Worst game. Boom. Worst game stamp. All right,
moving on.
Right, so what should we go with? Well, we might as well just talk about our favorite. Well, this is like an end of year wrap up of favorite games. Really, we've rattled through what we've hated.
Yeah, it's nice to start on that too.
Yeah, just get that out of the way early. We'll just rip that band-aid off.
Yeah, and now we can praise all the rest.
Yeah, praise the rest. We'll just go. Yeah, sure. Just go on with what the games we like. Go into as in depth as we like. Are we going to spoil games? Probably not.
No, we should try not to spoil anything.
Okay, fair enough.
The games, especially the games we like. Like, I don't care if you spoil the games we don't like, because you shouldn't be playing them anyway. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not saying don't play Destiny 2 or anything. I mean, play it if
that's your jam.
Yeah, if that's your jam, and if you felt like Destiny 1 was missing some things, maybe play Destiny 2. But I felt like I've had my fill.
Like, I don't feel bad about spoiling Hello Neighbor because it's shit, and like you should watch a YouTuber play it, like me or anyone else, and not play it yourself, because then you get the best of both worlds, because you get to have the nice lookingness of the game and you get to have the story, but you don't have to play the fucking frustrating piece of shit of a game.
Shit. Exactly.
But yeah, no, like,
let you go through the suffering.
All the bitching that we may have done, like, I still think it's easily been the best year that I've had of gaming this year. Like, it is the best year of gaming so far. Every year gets better and better. It's crazy. Yeah.
People are starting to catch on. Now.
Yeah, it's becoming like way less of a niche hobby and more of a mainstream thing that is.
It is.
It's common among.
Oh, okay. Here's a topic. What do you think about it? It's been labelled as this new study that's come out saying that gaming has been treated as a mental disorder.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Huh? Like everyone, all of us that are sitting down playing our games, enjoying ourselves, we got a problem. We got a serious problem.
I don't think that that's realistically what it is, but I do kind of agree with it at the same time. There are some people that have gambling tendencies that have issues with it, and there's been a lot of documented cases of people neglecting their kids and shit like that because they're too busy playing video games. I understand, like, it is a problem for some people. I don't think it's a problem for us. Like, yeah, okay, maybe we'll dump a lot of time into it on a day-to-day basis. You do, I do. Like, anyone listening to this puts a lot of time into gaming, right?
Surely.
But
otherwise, why you'll be gone by now, surely. Anyway, yeah.
But we don't let it interfere with, like, going to work, looking after our kids or our partners, or doing the shit that we have to do. Like, no. But I understand, like, it is a problem for some people, and like, I don't have a problem with them labeling that as a mental disorder, Like, if it is actually a problem. Yeah, I don't know.
Depends.
It's not a problem for us. Like,
Mm.
it doesn't negatively affect our lives, so it's not a problem. But
it all depends as how they handle it, you know. Like, knowing, like, some science, I mean, the people who do the study will be taking it like that, like, with some brain. But then there's, like, the media who see this.
and they just say, video games are the devil. Yeah, no.
Devil, yeah, exactly. It's that type of shit that pisses me off.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
But,
and
like...
it's like, unplug your kids' consoles. Don't let them ever play it again. It's gonna, you know, warp their minds and, you know.
But as a whole, for the study, I don't disagree. Like, it's all a question of moderation and, you know, being able to do your day-to-day life thing. Like, when I was a teenager, I'd sit down and play fucking, you know, 18 hours of Final Fantasy or something in a day, right? Which is, like, I couldn't do that now because I would have to neglect important parts of my life to do it. But then, when you're a kid, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a problem.
No, it's not a problem at all. You know, they have a constant. Yeah,
no, exactly.
Time. Who cares about that?
Yeah, that's
at least it works.
That's my 2 cents on that, as far as I'm concerned. If it's not negatively affecting your life, it's not a problem. But I understand that it probably is a problem for some people, and they probably should avoid video games. If you have gambling tendencies, especially now that loot boxes are a thing, if you have gambling tendencies, now is a really good time to be avoiding video games.
Yeah. It all depends on the game, though, really. It all depends.
It does, yeah.
Depends what you're playing.
It does.
Stay away from anything online. They need more single-player games. More single-player games.
Well, that's the other controversy this year, isn't it? All the big developers, or the big publishers, should I say, saying we're not making single-player games anymore. We're going to make games as a service as our standard model.
Yep. We want to make money while you give us money, you know?
Yeah, we want
you buy our game and then continue giving us money.
We want you to pay for this game repeatedly. Like we want we want this game to be World of Warcraft, essentially. We want every game to be World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We want to keep the money flow coming in, constant, not just one big rush. We want to keep a steady flow going so we can feed our families.
Yeah, instead of making 10 games a year, we want to make one, but make twice as much money.
You know, half the work, triple the payout.
Frankly, I think it's bullshit, but at the same time, it doesn't really affect me that much because I don't play a lot of AAA games. I mean, games like Destiny, for example, is already a game as a service. That's the model they're heading for, you know?
Yes. They're trying. I'm pretty sure they would have tried just to do it with one game, like just Destiny by itself. But I thought, like, nah, we didn't do this right. Let's just do it again with Destiny 2, but make it so that we can make this last longer by adding these microtransactions and keeping them interested. Like, you know, maybe I just want to add a few extra dollars to this game to make it go a bit faster and get that gun I like, but that's it. You know, it is pretty sad. It's sad. Where did the fun go? I don't know.
It went with corporate greed, I'm afraid. I think that's where the fun went.
It went with the suits up there, man, up there.
I don't have a lot of tolerance for fucking microtransactions in games, except for free-to-play games, which is obviously acceptable because it's the only way they make their money. But like, like back when I was a kid, things like expansion packs and stuff were the only kind of microtransaction, and I'm fine with that. Like, add lots of content to the game, and they charge you money for it. Like, if you look at something like Witcher 3, there has
my god, do not get me started on Witcher 3.
I'm trying not to. If you look at Witcher 3, like,
oh my god,
the expansion packs for that are a whole nother game on top of that game in themselves, and that is totally worth money, right?
They were $20 each. $20 each for those.
And it's totally fair that they should be charging money for that sort of thing. Just like
100%.
Just like Elder Scrolls always have expansions for those, or Fallout games always have expansions, but they're always like a new story or a new campaign or something like that, and that's like, if they're just dropping fucking weapons at your feet or something, that's bullshit. But like, for actual story, then it's totally worth it. But I don't know, I don't have a lot of patience for it, realistically.
I don't have the time for that, sir. No time.
And again, because I don't play a lot of AAA games, I don't get subjected to it very much anyway. Because generally, like, the only time indie games have, like, that kind of stuff is expansion packs or say soundtracks or something like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And like they were saying with not that they were saying, I'm just gonna say it myself. Doki Doki's free, but there's like an extra option to give them money if you wanted to. Was it like for like some posters?
I bought that. It was $10 on Steam, and you get like the digital art book, the soundtrack, and shit like that. And it's the only way you can really support them.
Yeah, and like because I read some reviews on that game, what people said is like, I know this game's free and all, but I'm gonna buy that deluxe pack anyway because this game is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I did. I bought that too after I finished it. When I finished it, I was like, oh, yeah, I've got to do something because it's like easily one of my favorite games of the year, if not my favorite game of the year.
And if a game can do that, like, that's what you want instead of just like forcing it down people's throats of give us money.
You make a game that's so good they want to give you money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the real pride comes in. Like if you've made people love your game so much that they want to actually give you money without actually making them, pay anything at all. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's pretty fucking rare to have a game made that well, you know?
Okay.
How many games have you ever played that if it was free, you'd throw money at them because it's just so great, and it's like, I don't know, it impacted your life to some extent, or it left a lasting impression. Like, Toki Doki Literature Club would be one of those games that I could look back on in, say, 2 or 3 years and still remember it. Whereas a lot of the other games I played this year will fade into obscurity and I won't even remember playing them, you know?
No.
Like Stanley Parable. I remember playing I haven't played it for like 2 years, but I remember playing it because it had such an impact on me.
Yeah. But you play the shit out of it though. You basically saw every ending, so once you've seen every ending, do you really need to play it again?
No, that's true. But like it's one that you'll remember, and there's not a lot of games that are memorable after X amount of time has passed. Alright, so do you want to talk about...
We'll move off the negative stuff and let's go to things that we like.
Yeah.
We like things. We don't just hate everything. We hate everything.
I actually like... Right, I probably like more things than I hate, to be fair.
Me too. Okay, we've got all the shit out of the way now. That's it. We're done. Done with that now. No more. No more negative.
Because, I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of shit as far as, like, AAA bullshit goes this year.
Yeah.
To go with the really good games that we've had this year. Just to bring the tone down, you know.
Yeah.
So what games did you like this year?
Right. Well, I'll start with. I'll leave my top ones out.
There's not going to be a lot of crossover, really, because most of the games I've played, you probably haven't played. And most of the games you've played, I probably haven't played. But
it's going to be close to. Yeah, it's going to be close to no crossover, pretty much.
Yeah.
We'll start off with the games that I haven't quite. I started but haven't finished.
Right.
But I will go back to.
Nier Automata.
Okay, we'll start with that. Nier Automata.
There's some crossover.
I do not hate anything about that game so far. I've played, I'd say I played about 6 hours of the game so far.
Right.
And
so about the same.
I don't hate there is nothing I hate about it. I just haven't gone back to it. That is all. I love the combat. I love the girl you play, eh? And 2B. And well, because I haven't seen all of the enemies so far, the robots are kind of funny. But
yeah, they're pretty silly.
Yeah, they're kind of bland to fight at the moment, but I assume there's going to be more enemies coming up later on. But so I can't really say because I'm oblivious.
How far have you got? Did you fight the Sephiroth guy?
I fought yes, there's 2 of them, wasn't there? I fought the 2 of them.
Well, you fight him and you beat him, and then he gets stronger, and then he gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And I haven't fought the second one. I haven't got that far. I did a lot of side shit though, rather than main story. You know. Yeah,
I've done side shit as well. Okay, but yeah, so I haven't gotten too far. I think I've got 4 boss battles in. I think.
That's the one thing I gotta praise fucking Nier Automata for. The boss battles are fucking insane.
Oh,
they are fucking insane. They're so cool.
Like you're just like carving through all these like little robot minions. It's like this is easy as hell. And then you come with a huge boss and you're like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on? How am I gonna beat this fucking thing?
They're so huge. They're so huge, so fucking menacing. Like they're so cool. Like really, like even the first one where you take that fucking robot's saw blade arm off and beat him to death with his own fucking arm. That's fucking fantastic.
So I can't. I mean, because like, they say that Nier Automata has like how many endings?
26.
The other day, 26 endings. Does that mean you have to play through the game 26 times to get those 26 endings? Obviously,
I'm not sure exactly how that works. I think some of the endings can only be gotten after a first playthrough, but like you have to do it X amount of playthroughs to get this ending. But some of the endings are just like, I don't know. I think there's like a few remedial endings like to begin with, and then there's more as you go through the game over and over again. And apparently the game changes quite dramatically each time you go through it. So that's
exciting,
amazing.
Eh?
Yeah, that's amazing.
But all I can say is, Overwatch holding me back from these sorts of games.
Oh yeah,
that's what I gotta say.
But yeah, Nier Automata, I'm definitely gonna pick that up again, and like I was thinking about streaming it because it's gonna be so time consuming that I might have to do something that's gonna be like I play like 4 hours or something on a stream or something, so I can actually get something done.
Yeah,
because it's just so fucking huge. It
is. Like I say, I don't know how many planets you go to. I'm still stuck on like in the first area. I'm not sure how many areas you can go to, and I assume there's gonna be heaps. But I'm still on the first area.
Yeah, I think the last boss I fought was the carnival lady.
Yes.
I think that's the last boss I fought.
Okay. Yeah.
So you around there?
Yeah, I'm around there. Just after that, I think.
Yeah, I'm just after that too. Yeah.
So there you go. We have the same experience of the game, eh?
Yeah, pretty much, and it's really good. Really good. Like it is very similar to Nier as well on PlayStation 3, which was good too. This is a lot more fast paced.
I like fast paced.
Yeah, so do I.
That's for me. That's what I thought Final Fantasy 15 was missing. It had everything I wanted. I was like, oh my god, a free flowing like similar. I was thinking like a Kingdom Hearts type thing.
Yeah,
it's made by the same Square Enix.
You mean like real time, right? Not
real time battle. It is kinda, but it's just not as fluent as Nier is. Nier is way more fluid in its combat, and I love it. It's great.
Well, that's because it was made by what are they called? I forgot the name of the company now. But that's what they do. Like they made Bayonetta and
Hacky Slashy games.
They made Bayonetta. They made Platinum Games. That's it. They made Bayonetta. They made Bayonetta 2. They're making Bayonetta 3, which is pretty exciting. They made Transformers Devastation. That's all they do. They make those kind of games, and they're really good at it. Like, really good. One of the best.
It shows. It bloody shows. That's for sure. It's easy. Like this is the game that anyone can pick up and play this game. I swear.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difficulty setting. You can put it on easy, and just go to town. Just go to town.
I was playing on normal, and I must admit, I was finding like the normal enemies were fine, but I was finding the boss fights quite difficult, especially the Sephiroth guy. The Sephiroth guy was fucking tough. Although I hadn't used items in a fight until I fought.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Until I fought the carnival lady. I hadn't healed in battle or anything like that.
Oh my god, what a struggle! It would have been nowhere near as hard if you knew about
that. Yeah. So I found out about it when I was fighting the carnival lady, and it made it way easier. So I mean, that's why I found it so difficult. But it's just like in Xenoverse 2, you can heal, but I don't heal in combat ever, really.
No. I do, because I don't. I'm just going in all guns blazing, and I make mistakes. So yeah. So like, well, shit, I'm almost dead. Really don't want to do this whole fucking mission again. And yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I love another game that I didn't play this year, but I've seen a full playthrough of is Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, same.
I am not a big horror game guy. I am not. That's why I didn't play it. I bought it. I was planning on playing it with somebody, but they chickened out more than I did. And I was like, fuck that, I'm playing it by myself. I'll just watch someone play it.
It looks really good. I haven't played it either. I watched it through on Jesse Cox's channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, it looked really cool. It really did. But I'm not a horror game guy either.
No.
So I don't play a lot of horror games. I played like 2 horror games this year, maybe.
Hated them both.
No, one of them was Observer, which was really good. Actually, that was by the people that made Layers of Fear.
Yep.
That was actually a contender for my top 10. It was really good. Other than that, I guess, I mean, Doki Doki Literature Club counts as a horror. I played Evil Within 2, which is a horror. That was alright. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it was pretty. Like, some of the boss fights were pretty fucking intimidating. So that's cool.
Yeah. Wacky bosses, which Resident Evil 7 had.
Yeah.
Sports. It's not really spoilers, but anyway, the bosses you fight in Resident Evil 7 are really fucked up. Really fucked up.
The one that really left an impression on me was the bee lady, or the lady with the bees, when she's like,
yes,
you know,
yeah, the lady with the bees, yes,
yeah,
yeah,
that was fucked up. That one,
yeah, no. And there's also like they put you like through some sort of torture games and shit like that, and
like Saw,
Yep, and there's the standard monsters that are running around this place as well that you have to shoot as well, and the gun mechanic. I didn't play it myself properly, but the gun mechanics look painful. The amount of sway that the guns have. You have to like line up your shot while this thing's fucking running at you. You're like, fuck, shit. Trying to get a headshot on them.
Every Resident Evil game has painful fucking gun mechanics. That's part of it. Like, it's so intimidating when you run into an enemy, because you know you're probably not even going to be able to kill them because you can't fucking aim at them properly.
No. No, not at all. And that's the only Resident Evil game I've seen all the way through. I've never played any of the other ones.
You played one on your channel, remember?
All the way through. Yeah, I didn't finish that.
Was that Resident Evil 1?
There was one remastered.
Yeah.
It fucked me off. Like, yeah, the gun mechanics are so fucking painful. It's terrifying. It makes it way worse because the camera angles are stuck as well. You can't move the camera.
There's tank controls, eh?
Yeah, and you can't really aim your gun. It's only like up and down. There's no like proper aiming.
Yeah.
And you're like blind spotted to a certain area if the camera's not facing this way, and it's like, I can hear a fucking monster. I can't see it though because the camera's not going to let me swing around.
That's the thing that always fucked me off about the old Devil May Cry games. The fixed camera, I fucking hate that.
Let me have some control, motherfucker.
Yeah. Or the old Legacy of Kain games, they were like that too.
Yeah. So all in all, if you like horror games, I mean, because I'm not, like I say, I'm not a big horror games fan. I actually really like Resident Evil 7. I just would never play it because I'm a wuss.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool too. I'd have to. I didn't play it at all, but it looks cool to me.
Because what I've heard that the Resident Evil series was going downhill before.
Yeah, well, yeah, I heard that too. Ever since Resident Evil 4, that it was all downhill from there. But I haven't actually played any of the Resident Evil games. Not one ever.
Wow. Yeah, like I say, my own experience was a little bit into Resident Evil 1. A little bit.
Yeah.
Right. I've sunk a lot of hours into PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
I actually saw that. It was like 120 hours or something.
Yep. And that's probably baby hours compared to other people. That game is fucking the gaming takeover of 2017, pretty much.
I feel like that game's just like Overwatch for you, pretty much.
It is. It seems to be a game that's picked up by more people, though. Like some people look at a game like Overwatch and think it's like, oh, that's too cartoony for me. I'm not going to play that crap. But then you get a realistic battle royale shooter using things that people know, like, just standard guns.
Yeah. And
put them into like a tense environment where they have to survive against 99 other people that are trying to kill you. It's pretty crazy, I mean, the only issues I have with it is it's a bit buggy. It's very buggy, and it's released fully now.
It's still an indie game.
Yes. very, very indie game. It was a game from a game. Like DayZ to H1Z1 to that.
Yeah.
And it has got improved every time, and this is probably the one that's obviously taken the world by storm.
Yeah.
Like it's been number one on Twitch multiple times, taking over the infamous League of Legends.
Oh, really?
Dota. Yeah, a few times it's done there. Yeah. It's a game I wouldn't play by myself. Well, because I've got mates that I play with as well. It's really, if you want to play a game that you want to get into it, like if you got the headset on, you hear like the footsteps of other people, you're like, shit, fuck, someone's in the same house as me. It's like, is that you, bro? And he's like, no, I'm not, nowhere near you. Like, shit. I haven't got enough guns to kill this guy. It's got that replayability. That's the thing that gets people going back. It's the same map every time. Now there's 2 maps now. Recently they released another one.
Yeah.
And new guns, new vehicles, which is cool, finally. But it's got that replayability of like, you never know what's going to happen. Like, maybe I'll win this time. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Is this guy going to kill me? Am I going to kill this guy? I don't know. Am I going to find the best guns? Are they going to have the best guns? I don't know. I know it's not your type of thing, obviously, but it is.
No, it's not me. But
it is.
Like, for me, it's just like, okay, firstly, I don't play a lot of online games, and secondly, I'd be like, okay, I'll be spawned in the game, I'll be in the game for 30 seconds, and then I'll die, and then, what, start a new one? What do you do then?
Yeah, you start a new one.
Okay, and then I'll be in that one for 30 seconds before I die, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I'm done with this game now.
Yeah, it's been a lot of thinking and teamwork and self-awareness comes into that game, which is it's really good. It gets you like without you physically actually being out in the middle of a town with your actual life on the line.
Well, I mean, you know my strategy. If I was playing the game, my strategy would be like, pick the nearest gun, run right out into the open in the middle and start shooting, right?
Come on, just shoot at the houses and trees and shit. Like,
I'd just be like, right out into the open, and as soon as I saw anyone, I'd run at them and start shooting at them. And then I'd die.
Definitely a game you can't learn it overnight, because there's no training zone as well. The only way you can learn playing the game against real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, running out and shooting in the midair is going to attract a lot of attention. Because the gun sounds are really loud. Everything's really loud in that game, and that's what gives it that more like get you immersed feel. Like if you got your headphones, like say headphones on, the volume up, lights out, and you're just like in there. It immerses you. That is what's caught the attention of most people, with how it can immerse you in such a basic concept. Because now, ever since that's been dropped, other Battle Royale games have been dropped, like Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite's doing really well now too.
Yeah, like really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Jesse Cox and then play that when it first came out, before it was a Battle Royale game.
Mm-hmm.
Looked alright, but, you know, again, it's not my sort of thing, but yeah,
it's
apparently, since they've took the Battle Royale thing, it's really taken off that one.
Yeah, even GDA
that's by that's by fuck.
Well, Fortnite.
Yeah. It's by the Gears of War guys. Who the fuck are they? Forgot their name.
Epic
Games, that's right.
Epic Games on it's on the Unreal Engine, of course, like everything is.
Yep, I remember Epic Games from 30 years ago. They've been around for that long.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's more of like the wacky side of the Battle Royale. Like the one part PUBG is like for the serious military type shit, when Fortnite's just like wacky.
Well, Fortnite's got the same art style as Overwatch, really, doesn't it?
Yep, and you can build your own forts and shit.
Yeah,
like that's why it's called Fortnite, because you can build nearly anything. You know.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
What's your next game?
My next game is, why not, Cuphead.
Yeah.
I have not finished, but the second I saw like even screenshots or the first trailer, I'm like, oh my god, this game looks fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
Fucking love it already.
The art style is pretty incredible.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was like, how the hell is this a game? Fucking crazy. Like, I cannot wait to play this. And then I didn't play it as soon as it came out, but as soon as like other people started playing on their channels and I was hearing reviews and shit saying how hard it was, I'm like, oh, oh, really? Come on, man. The one thing I hate is a game that's so hard that I can't pass. I'm like, well, fuck me. That's it. I'm done for this game. Unfortunately, I can't go any further. That's why I never play any, Dark Souls games. Yeah, so I'm just like, I'll get to a certain boss, fight it like 5, maybe 10 times. And I'm like, okay, fuck this game. I'm done. That's it. I don't have time for this.
I never played Cuphead on the channel, but I did play it on release, and I also have not finished it, to be fair. Yeah. But it is good. It is good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've seen it all the way up to the ending, and like it looks like it just gets even worse. I was like, oh.
Oh, the devil fight, or the King Dice fight. That's bullshit.
The King Dice. Yeah, that's terrible. So bad. So many different bosses, and if you lose, you have to go all the way back to the start. But yeah, I've gotten as far as the dragon. I've done every boss except the dragon. He's the last one I need to beat before I go to the next area.
Same.
Yeah. I just need a bit more. Like sometimes I've gotten better each time I've fought him. I've gotten close. It just breaks you down. It breaks you down. Yeah, I just can't take it anymore.
I can get to his third form pretty regularly, but I just can't beat that 3-headed form. Can't do it.
The three-headed fucker. But yeah, so I definitely do see myself trying to finish that because I know I can do it. Now, I was actually every boss leading up to the dragon, I bet in the 5 tries or less, I'd say. I'm not sure whether that's because I've seen heaps of other people play them and I've seen like the ways to go about to beat them already. So I'm just like, okay. But then I see some people who have like played the game already, gone back to play it again, and still struggle. I'm like, what?
I think watching other people play it definitely helped me through it too, because I knew the boss's patterns and what they were going to do before.
That's all it is the patterns. You've got to learn the patterns. Once you've done that, it's pretty easy. But the dragon, notably, everyone has said is one of the hardest ones in the whole game. So I'm not ashamed that I'm still stuck on that one. I'm not ashamed.
That one and the B one, eh?
Yeah, I can't get up to that yet.
No, neither. But I hear a lot of bitching about that one. Oh, and the is it the pirate one? I haven't done that one.
Oh yeah, that's all in the next area too. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, shit to look forward to if I ever make it past the fucking dragon. But yes, I've seen people finish the game all the way to the end, and I'm pretty fucking impressed with what they've done. And they've been getting awards for it too, like recognized and praise. And
my only complaint with the game is probably the same complaint I've heard quite regularly, and that is that the run and gun sections are lackluster at best. The boss fights are where it's at. Like the boss fights are fantastic, but the run and gun sections are pretty shit. They're just filler. Yeah,
and I guess they are putting them in there as filler because you don't need to do them to progress.
But you need it for the fucking coins. Like, if you can't get the upgrades, I don't think you can win, frankly.
But I've found, like, where I've done now, I haven't done all, and I've got most of the coins. I think I've got all the weapons that I'd need, and the abilities that I need already. So, but yeah, fair enough. Like, some of the first few running guns are not too bad. The boss fights are where it's at. Fucking A.
Yeah, even the easy running guns, though, they're not that much fun compared to the boss fights.
No. Is the game really fun though? No. Like when you bring it down to it, is it fun or do you just like pain? Do you like to suffer?
I don't know.
I think game's getting at.
There's a way of doing a game that punishes you but makes you not want to give up. It's rare. Dark Souls is another one just like that. It lets you you feel like you know you can do this. You know, you're like, I can do this. I just need to try again. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of games can be like just bullshit hard, or you're like, this is fucking horseshit. There's no way I'm gonna beat this, and you just drop it. There's a fine line you've got to walk to make a game that's both very difficult, but not so difficult it turns you off trying again.
Yeah.
And Cuphead definitely did that.
Big time.
Hmm.
It's because sometimes that games suffer is that you walk all the way to a boss fight, you die there, and then you have to walk like half an hour to get back to that spot. Those are the games I was like, well, fuck this.
Dark Souls does that, but...
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that shit.
But Dark Souls, again, doesn't... Its difficulty doesn't turn me off for some reason. I just want to try again, go back to it.
Yes, lots of people like that. Lots of people like that. Not me.
Like, if you're up to a boss and it's X distance away from your spawn point, right? Yeah. And you've lost once or twice, and you want to get your souls back anyway, you can easily just dash past all the random enemies straight to the boss door. You don't have to worry about all the random fucking dudes on the way.
But you want those souls.
Killing the randoms ain't gonna get you much. What you really want is to get the souls that you dropped when you died last back. That's more important. So you just want to dash to the door, get into the boss room so you can pick up the souls that you dropped when you died, and then fight the boss again.
It is kind of unfortunate that they did make the game a bit too hard, maybe for some people, because I assume lots of people have finished the game, like lots of people, but there'll be lots of people out there who haven't finished the game and that are really upset about it. Like, I really love this game to death, but I just can't. I can't physically finish it. I just can't do it.
I don't think that would be an issue. Realistically, I think if you really love the game that much, you'll get good enough to get past it, you know? It's not that hard. Like, it's hard.
You might get lucky. Yeah, no, it's not. Like the first, like every boss leading up to this dragon, like as I say, was not that bad. Not that bad. No.
And if you love it that much, I feel like you'd be persistent enough to keep trying until you get it, you know?
It was definitely a big surprise for the year, to be honest. Huge surprise. Smashed the indie scene wide open.
Yep, it was a big one. Definitely.
It's a debut game for them.
It won 2 of the Steam Awards too.
Which ones?
I know it won Best Soundtrack.
Oh, it's a killer soundtrack. That is a killer soundtrack. Yep, fucking A.
I can't remember what the other one was.
That's
I think it was better than you thought it was going to be, or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I actually voted for Hollow Knight for that award because
I think I would have copied for that.
Because Hollow Knight was like one of my top 10 games of the year easily.
You'll see, and at the Game Awards, it got Best Art Direction, Best Debut Indie.
Totally makes sense. It got Best Art Direction.
The art is insane. As soon as I saw, whoa, it looks so cool.
Yeah, that was a standout thing, really.
Couldn't wait to play it
because it was all hand drawn, eh?
Yeah. Old Disney style animation, awesome.
So speaking of extremely hard games that are 2D and have nice art direction, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was easily, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best games of the year.
Hollow Knight. Yes.
It's fucking incredible. Have you seen Hollow Knight? Have you played it?
I've seen Hollow Knight. Have not played it, but I have seen it.
It is very Dark Soulsy. Very Dark Soulsy.
So I've heard it's fucking hard, and that's probably what put me off it again.
It's hard. It is hardcore, but it's really, really satisfying. It's a good game. Really good game. Yeah. And they're still releasing new additions to it. The art direction in the game is amazing. It's very atmospheric as far as the sound effects and music and everything go. It's just really, really well made.
So that little bit of a gothic look to it, which I like.
Yeah, it's weird with the art direction because it's like the characters are quite cutesy, especially your character and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah,
But the whole world is so dark and grim and fucking
it is
hardcore, you know?
Yeah, everything's dying. Nah, it looks like it.
Yeah. But no, it works really well.
It is a game that works on upgrades, or do you just have your own like one sword strike?
No, yeah. It's got the whole fucking gambit of Dark Souls flavored bullshit. So yeah, you've got I mean, your sword, you start with your sword, you don't get another piece of gear. That's the sword you're with forever, but you can upgrade your skill with it. You get to a blacksmith and he can like make it more powerful and stuff like that. The real changes come to, you got like badge slots sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which change your abilities, and you can open up more badge slots as you go further in, and it can massively change your playstyle and stuff like that. If you want to play defensively, that's an option, or offensively, just like Dark Souls, really.
Mm.
And it's very despite the fact that it's a 2D game, it's very exploration focused. There's a lot of secret areas. There's a lot of secret bosses. There's areas you can only get to, like the whole world is an open world,
yeah,
underground. But you can only get to certain areas once you've unlocked certain movement upgrades.
Okay.
So you can't get through this area without breaking these rocks, and you can't break the rocks without this, or you can't yeah. And one of the abilities, you can like basically fly in one direction until you hit something.
No.
So you can clear massive gaps, and that's the only way to get to certain areas and stuff like that. It's done really well so that you naturally progress further as your abilities get better. And it does a good job of, despite being hard, it does a good job of teaching you how to cope as things get harder, and how to use your new abilities as best you can to deal with the challenges that are harder and harder as you go on.
Yeah, it does look like it gets pretty fucking intense.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you find a time to blink? No? Jesus.
The hardest boss I fought, I can't remember what he was called, but he's like a... hard to explain because the bosses were really well designed as well, really cool looking, really unique, each of them. It spits globs of yellow bullshit. It's actually really early. It's an early boss before you get too many upgrades or anything like that. And I must have fucking banged my head against that motherfucker for like 20 attempts before I got past him.
Oh shit.
But he was harder as far as I'm concerned, he was harder than the final boss. He was the hardest boss I came across. And he was quite early on. Most of the bosses are quite they're hard, but they're not that hard. Like, they're pretty fair.
They're doable.
Yeah, most of them you will die. Like, you will die your first attempt on every boss, pretty much. But once you've fought them once and held your own, you know what they're capable of. And when you go back, most of the time you can beat them in your second go. Again, just like Cuphead, learning the patterns. Once you've learned their patterns.
Learn the patterns.
It
takes. And having some major reflexes. Jesus Christ. Getting those reflexes going. I mean, it's to say once you fought the boss a few times, then you're,
once you fought
your iron, fight the boss a couple times, get your iron, see what he does.
Yeah.
Realize that you got to be moving fast all the time.
That's how Dark Souls is for me too. I rarely ever beat a Dark Souls boss first attempt. Like, I think I can only think of one from Dark Souls 1 I ever beat the first attempt, which was a Pinwheel. But other than that, every boss I've ever fought, I've died once before I can actually beat them.
Yeah. That's
just the way it is. You got to learn how they work before you can beat them.
It'd be a shame if it was like your actual life, You die once, that's it. You don't have time.
Very true, very true. But yeah, Hollow Knight, good game.
Yeah, it does look
really
like a
good game. I don't think it's a game that you should let the difficulty put you off. Realistically.
I definitely considered it. Definitely have considered it.
And there's a lot of new content in the game that they've added for free, which I haven't played since they've added it. They keep expanding the game, despite the fact that it's all free now, and the game's only like $12 or something.
18 at the moment.
I must have looked at it on the Steam sale that we just finished.
Yeah, just missed it. Yep.
But But yeah.
Yeah, the game's been getting a lot of raves. Like everyone loved it.
It's really, really good. Really good. Like, it's their first game from Team Cherry.
Team Cherry, yep.
I can't wait to see whatever they're going to bring out next, because, fuck, if that's their debut game...
Yeah, holy shit. What are we in for next? Yeah.
Exactly. Alright, so what do you got next?
Right. I have recently purchased Assassin's Creed Origins.
You told me about that, that's right.
Yes. I decided to delve in. I wasn't gonna. Then I just saw it for cheap on PlayStation for like $65. I was like, fuck, it's a huge game. Chance if I don't like it, I could just sell it and probably get the money back as well. So fuck it, why not? It's
And you played it?
I have played it. It is an improvement on previous Assassin's Creeds. They've taken the style similar to Witcher combat.
Well, that's good.
The old Assassin's Creeds, you could. You're supposed to be an assassin and be secret, but you could literally walk into a room with like 30 guys and kill them with ease. With ease.
Yeah.
In this game, not so much. If you're facing maybe 3, 4 on 1, you're gonna get killed. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just too many. I'm either gonna be facing 2. 2 is probably as much as I can take at once. And then they're all fucking attacking you at once, and they're like, oh shit, I got time for this. And then guys on horses try to turn up and slice it. Yeah, like, well, I'm just one guy. I got to get out of here. So they've upgraded in that retrospect where you're not so overly powered that you can take down a whole army by yourself.
In the first Assassin's Creed game, there was the Templars. The Templars were really, really strong. Like, you couldn't take on more than one of those at a time. No way.
No way. Those are just trying to assassinate. Because, yeah, those are fucking shit. And in this one, they've incorporated the leveling system. So you level up quite a lot. There's enemies. The enemies have levels.
Yeah.
There's the gear that you pick up, might be slightly better than the last bit of gear that you had, that sort of shit.
Okay, so it's more of an RPG now than an action game.
Head more that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's huge. It's a huge game. And looks like the map is one area. Like, you're not traveling to all different cities.
Yeah.
You are, but it's all one map. It's all one map. Most of it's fogged out at the moment, but you can go there at any time. Whatever. Nothing's going to stop you, except maybe the guys might be too strong for you to kill.
Yeah.
But it is a huge fucking game. Set in Egypt, if you didn't know that.
I did know that, yep.
And it's daunting to look at, that's for sure. Because I'm addicted to the side shit. Like,
oh yeah, that's what I do too.
No matter what it is. I mean, I should be like, I say to myself when I play some of these games, I should story shit. Forget about the side shit, otherwise I'm going to get bored. Never happens.
No. I play those games for the side shit. That's what I'm there for. Usually the story in open world games is shit anyway. Like, 9 times out of 10 open world games have shit stories. The side shit is what really carries them.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I probably won't be playing it, but...
Yeah, no, but the side shit in this game is like menial tasks, like the smallest jobs, like go kill this person, or go save this person, or escort this person to this area, or just simple stuff like that, over and over and over again.
That's the Assassin's Creed way.
Yeah. But I kind of like the setting of it, compared to the other games. I like this sort of...
Oh yeah, that sounds more interesting. Egypt setting.
Back in the day, and it's got like fucking hippos and crocodiles and other fucking animals that can eat you. Not just got to worry about the soldiers. Animals kill you as well.
I remember in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you had to worry about the crocodiles.
Yeah, And that's what that game so great too, because they had a unique spin on it.
Yeah.
Decided to, go away from the fucking standard, realize like, oh shit, maybe they don't want the same game. Let's do something a little bit different. And that's when they get praise, when they decide to change it up a bit. And I think in this game they have, if this was the first Assassin's Creed game that I'd ever played, I would be like, holy fuck, this game is fucking cool. Holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And haven't played quite a few RPGs in my day where there is side shit present. But when I'm doing
if this was the only game in a vacuum, it would be the best game ever.
yeah. Like, literally, if this was the only game that was ever, it'd be the best game that was ever made. I swear to God.
Or even Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I played for like 20 hours, but I never finished it. Like, I just got bored with it. Like
how could you?
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game that gripped me enough to finish it since the first one.
Ooh. You should have gone to the second one. Did you play the second one?
I played about 10 minutes of the second one.
Oh, wow. The second one was such an improvement on the first one. It was insane. Everything was better. Like, it made the first one like a piece of fucking garbage.
Second games in a franchise are always like that, though. Always.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're more than likely, yeah. Yeah.
I can think of 1 or 2 examples where that's not the case, but 9 times out of 10, that's the way it is. Number 1 is like, this is the idea, and number 2 is like, now we took the idea and we polished it and fixed all the shit that was wrong with the first one.
And
number 2 is usually a standout. It's usually a standout for most games. Most franchises. Number 2 is usually...
Yeah, it was actually a game that many people have actually, like, that I know of, got like all the achievements and trophies for.
Yeah.
Because they're not that hard to do, and the game is just so great that it just flowed so much better. It's just, it's great. And with this new fighting style in Origins, I think it was the right move, to be honest. I think they've done it enough. They've, beaten the dead horse with the combat system that they did have.
The Arkham system, I think it's known as these days.
Just press Y whenever. Attack, and you'll dodge it. This one, it's not quite the same thing. You can dodge roll it, but there's still chances because they got these big fuck off spears that you could roll once and they'll still fucking swing at your face. You'll get hit. Yeah, so you have to, strategically take on guys, which is good. Which makes you think twice of getting into combat, makes you strategize a bit more. Instead of just thinking like, well, I can't die because I'm expert timing with my Y button, so just run in there. But nah, you gotta think about it, get your plans out, and it's not so daunting that you can't hack and slash and not kill anyone with your sword or whatever. But it just makes you think a little bit more,
So does that mean it's... Does that mean it's made your top 10 list for the year?
I think what happened, I don't think I've played that. I think I played a total of like 11, 12 games this year.
Right. So most things make your top 10 list.
it might hit 10. Yeah, no. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just, there's many games. One of many games that I'm yet to finish. Because I could jump onto this next one, Shadow of War, which I haven't even gotten into the fucking army building yet.
You played all the controversial games this year, Bruce.
Yeah.
Shadow of War's another one.
Yeah. Mate, I'm here for the AAAs. That's what I do. And that's not many people get the controversy of the smaller games because no one hears about them, unfortunately. But
most of the smaller games don't really have controversy. That's
nah. This is either they're bad or they're good. That's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They don't have dick publishers like EA attached to them. That's the advantage.
That's anything with EA's name onto it, that's a red flag.
EA, Ubisoft, Square Enix, even they're all pretty shit.
Yeah, they're all the devil. Yeah, Shadow of War. There's well, this will be
Oh,
a
and
real
Warner
short-
Brothers. Shit, I forgot about Warner Brothers. Sorry about that.
Warner Brothers. Hey, but they had in touch with the Arkham games. The Arkham fucking love them.
I'm not saying their games are bad. I'm just saying they're shit as a publisher.
They're just a shit company. Yeah. Shadow of War, which is also Warner Brothers.
Yes, it is. That's what made me remember.
Yeah. Those bastards. Yeah. Okay. It's the same shit again, pretty much. Just that you can pick up more gear. That's what I've learned from it so far.
The bitches I've heard about the game would be that it's the same as the first one, except like you can't get attached to your orcs like you used to.
No.
Because they just die so randomly and shit like that. And because they're loot drops and their names are repeated often. Like you'll see the same name over and over again in multiple orcs and shit like that.
Yeah, but I guess there is only so much you can add to a game. But yeah, again, they have so many fucking. If they want to add that many orcs, like you want to take down this whole army of orcs, and they've all got names, and then they reset after. Well, once you kill them, they reset, recycle, and whatever.
Yeah.
I guess eventually they would come back around again. And yeah, as you say, because I haven't gone to the army building yet.
Right.
Some of these guys have gone through so much trouble to get their high-level orcs into their army, and then they go to attack a fortress, and then they die. He was like, wow, fuck me. That's it. We're done.
Especially since you can buy the high-level orcs.
See you later, Jeremy. Can you actually?
Yeah.
What?
That's the whole loot box controversy with it.
Ah, jeez.
Orcs are just loot drops out of loot boxes now.
Oh, I haven't gotten that far out. That's so shit. Wow.
That's why they have like legendary status and fucking rares and commons and shit like that. Because it's basically a card game now.
Well, yeah, no. I'm in no rush to finish that game, to be honest. No rush.
I had intentions of playing it myself. I haven't played it, but I did intend to. But eventually I just lost the enthusiasm and never bothered.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather play Shadow of Mordor again.
Yeah, that was a fucking awesome game. Fucking awesome game. Loved it. Loved every second about that game.
That was a good year for open world type games. I think that was the same year that we got Mad Max as well, wasn't it?
Was that 2015? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Witcher 3 years. Witcher 3's year as well.
It is.
Don't get me don't get me started on.
I think you're getting yourself started on it this time.
Well, I want to because I could talk about it to the end of time because it's so good. Anywho,
but yeah, it was a good year for open world games. Mad Max is a fucking great game.
It is. Punching people in the face, running people over with cars, car chases, taking down bloody rigs.
Those convoys, man. Those convoys were they were the jam. They were great. Anyway, I think that's a bit old to be talking about.
We're just letting people know what we like. We like those things.
We do like those things. Although it takes a lot to impress me with an open world game these days.
Mm-hmm.
Not like in the old days.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go to Shadow of War for that. No. I mean, it's maybe being a bit harsh on it. It's not too bad. It's not bad. It's not. I'm just not hooked. I'm not hooked to it for some reason. It's like it's in the Destiny 2 category. Played so much of the first one.
As far as I'm concerned, still, Just Cause 2 and Saints Row 4 are the benchmark for open world games. It doesn't get any better than those two.
No. Well,
as far as open world games go.
You didn't get to Just Cause 3, did you?
No, it was on special on the Steam sale for like $9. I was going to pick it up, but I never did.
No. One day. It's a good game. It's a good game as well. Blowing up shit. All you want is a good time. All you want out of a game is Don't try too hard. You know, don't make shit too complicated. Just make it fun. That's the goal. That's the goal. We want to have fun.
I think there's room for both.
I want fun.
Like, I find complicated games fun. Like, Divinity Original Sin 2 is a very complex game. It takes a lot of learning time. But I do find that sort of thing fun. Like, I can appreciate, like, because I'm playing Doom at the moment, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
On the channel. That is a very simple game, realistically. It's not complicated, right?
It's the modern version of what the original Doom was. Modern version of what original Doom was. And it's fucking great.
You get a gun, you shoot the thing, right? That's the game. And I can appreciate simplicity, but I also appreciate complexity in a game that's done well with complexity. It's easy to fuck that up.
Easy.
But yeah, I can appreciate both.
Not too complicated. Not too complicated.
Divinity Original Sin 2 is excessively complex.
No. That's probably why I don't like those types of things, because, you know, it's time consuming.
Oh, it's time consuming. I'm nearly 80 episodes deep in Divinity Original Sin 2.
I know, it's fucking crazy. I know. I'm a big story guy too. I like having a good story.
That's why that's why I like walking simulators if they're done well, and things like that. Like, a lot of people say, like, they tear down walking simulators because they're not games, because they don't have quote unquote gameplay, or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, a walking simulator, as long as it has a good story, because realistically, the entirety of the game hinges on the story. Like, that has to be good.
The whole game, it has to be good. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But a walking simulator with a really good story can be a really, really good game. I mean, Stanley Parable is a walking simulator, you know?
Yes.
But it's fantastic. Like,
it's entertaining. I mean, it's because it's not a huge game, and it's entertaining as hell because it's so unpredictable, and it's a pick a path thing. So it does have gameplay.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to say it doesn't have gameplay.
Yeah,
I don't think that's fair.
No way. It definitely has gameplay because you have control of the story.
Or if we're talking this year, like, this year I played What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh, that got best narrative.
It is a walking simulator, but it is fucking great. It is a really, really good game.
I have heard nothing about this game until I watched the Game Awards. I heard nothing. I've heard nothing, seen nothing. I was like, what the fuck is this game?
I played it on the channel like fucking 8 months ago.
Well, that went over my head. But after I saw it got best narrative, and then I put it on my wish list, so I'll get around to playing it.
It's really good. Like, okay, it is a walking simulator, and the walking simulators have the same issue that point and click games have, and that is they don't have any replayability. Realistically, once you've done the story, that's it. You're never going to go back to it, really.
But so that's not a big thing for me, really, either. There's very few games that I've played again.
Yeah,
very few. Like, I could probably put one hand again. That'd be one of those one-handed things that of games that I've actually played through more than once. So that's not a bad thing, you know. Yeah, it's a good ride. I'll take the good ride.
Yeah, no, it's a really good game, and like, it was another contender for my top 10. It didn't make the top 10, but I did have a lot to choose from, realistically.
Yeah, you did.
But like, I don't have a problem with walking simulators. It's just that its story has to be exceptional to make up for the lack of everything else.
It does. Because I'm a big TV show movie watch. There's no difference. I mean, if I can have some sort of control of a movie / TV show, like, okay, we're going to talk about an older game like Until Dawn, which is basically everything I hate. A horror walking simulator. But you can pick your own path, create your own story, it immerses you. It's fucking great.
Well, I mean, when we're talking about it, like, Doki Doki Literature Club is nothing but a walking simulator without the walking. You know?
Yeah. You're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. Yeah.
But it's still like fucking fantastic.
It's just pictures. It's like nothing's really moving on the screen either. It's just pictures.
No, it's a visual novel. It is a visual novel, so but doesn't change the fact that it's incredible. Because it has the story to back it up.
It just came out of nowhere too. It only released like 2 months ago, if that.
Well, you started playing Observer with me. Like we were going to record that together, remember? And then we had corruptions, and I had to delete it, and then I had to re-record it all myself on my own. Which was a horror, but again, it was a walking simulator, and that was a really, really good game as well. Like, I mean, even what was the painting one called again? Layers of Fear. That's just
Layers of Fear.
But that was good too.
It's got to, exactly. It's got to immerse you. It has to immerse you.
Yeah,
that's all it does. If you're immersed, then
all you have to do is, if it gets you to the point where you care about the characters, and that's what really hit me with Doki Doki Literature Club, is that I got to the point where I cared about the characters, so that when bad shit happened, I felt bad about it.
Exactly. Like, okay, we're on Doki Doki. Let's go into Doki Doki.
Okay.
That game, I didn't play because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna. This game looks pretty fucking shit to me. Like as a whole, like look at that. Okay, there's many of these visual novel things,
right?
And I don't take a second look at it because there's heaps of people like that weren't playing it until they heard other people saying, "You have to play this game. You have to play this game." And they're like, fuck, all right. But so I just decided to watch Jesse play it.
Yeah.
And they were, I don't know how they ended up playing the game for 3 hours. Like it all depends on like how fast you read.
Yeah.
So I guess they were like taking the time and they were discussing it on the way, but at least 3 hours before something happened, I'm like, Bruce, I think I messaged you. I'm like, this game is boring. Nothing's happening, nothing's going on.
I think I said to you at the time that, because I'd played it for about 2.5 hours, and I said, shit's just starting to go down now.
Yeah. But then when it hits you hard. Like,
fuck yeah.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Shit goes wrong. Shit goes down the toilet so quickly.
Like, you're having a nice fucking cup of tea, and the next minute your head's in the fucking shitter. Like, what?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Where were the steps? There were steps that I missed.
I think it's that slow boil that fucking hits you so hard too. Like, it's like, oh yeah, nothing's happening. This is just a cruisy sort of thing. And then, bam, and you're like, holy fucking shit. I can't believe that just happened,
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Big time. Like, because everyone was confused at the disclaimer at the start of the game, just like, do not play this game if you're,
sensitive to like depression and shit like that.
Yeah, or mental issues or anything. and then it goes to the title screen of these 4 cute anime girls like Doki Doki. Like, the fuck's going on here? Like, I don't think anything on this screen is gonna affect with my depression or not.
I think I said to you in a text since I played it that not a game I have played in the entirety since I've been playing video games. Say, I don't know, let's say 25 years, 28 years, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah.
Not a game has ever scared me the way Doki Doki did. Never.
Yeah. I know.
Fuck, man. I just... Have you watched that episode?
Yeah.
Have you watched episode 6? I shat myself, man. I couldn't handle it. I was like, I can't fucking do this right now. And I just bailed, and I was like, I went to bed, and I was like, I can't fucking do this. And then, and it took me
I can finish this game. I don't think game.
It took me a week to come back to it, and I came back to it, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this, and I started playing it, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. I just want to die instead.
It is. Oh yes, I agree, because it was just, I agree. But then after the first initial shock of it, the first shock in the game, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, and then it just keeps barreling on, and then the way they take the story after that happens, it's like, alright, okay, kind of see where this is going.
Yeah.
Okay, well then it gets more and more, because there's the one side of it is just like the shock, and then they bring in this different type of scariness to it, of uncomfortability, of the certain imagery that they put up on the screen, and it just doesn't go away, and the way that the screen moves and the way that the girls look.
When you watch Jesse play it, because I haven't watched Jesse play it, did he put up the stuff that changed in his game files and shit as it went along?
No,
did you see all that stuff?
No,
you haven't seen that?
That's why I watched because I watched Jacksepticeye. I watched Jacksepticeye. After that, so I've seen the playthrough twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did. He kept checking his game files constantly. Jack did.
So did I. I put up everything that I came across, notes and the pictures and all that kind of jazz. And if you've have you been to the fucking Doki Doki Literature Club wiki?
No, I have not.
There is so many secrets in the game, hinting to the next game.
What? What? I mean, because like you said that there was a good, like, is there a setup for a sequel? Because from what I've seen, I don't see any setup for a sequel. You know. Hang on.
I'm gonna look this up because I remember reading it, and this is gonna blow your fucking mind. All right. So,
but anyway, with that uncomfortable that I was talking about, it's just that at some point, like, I went for a point of like, this game is boring, to what the fuck's going on, to I'm actually scared. I've never been scared of a screen before. I never ever. I was scared of my computer. I was just like, I clicked on another tab and I just walked away from my computer. I was like, I don't want to be anywhere near you for at least an hour. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to be in the same room as you. Get away from me. That's how it affected me at one point. I was like, get away from me, you piece of shit. Don't make me throw you out the window, because I will. It was, because if I'd actually recorded that, I probably would have been like, okay, this is over. I'm done. I'm out. Oh, God. I envy people who haven't played Doki Doki yet.
But it's so good. Like, it is so fucking good.
Oh, God. It's nightmarish. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like I said, I shat myself, man. Shat myself. But
good.
It was still really good. Like, really good. I know. Like, and I also found, like, because shit got really, really bizarre really quickly, right?
Yes.
Like, the initial scare is, like, horrifying.
Yes.
But because it gets so... I think the reason for that is because it hits so close to home, you know? It's so real. Like, shit gets real really fast, you know? But late in the game, shit gets real fucking bizarre.
It does.
But, like, real scary bizarre, but it's not as scary because it's not as relatable. Like, I found the game much less scary later on when it was going into the fourth wall breaking stuff where it was talking to you and stuff like that, which is scary, but at the same time it's way less realistic.
Yeah,
that first thing with Sayori was like, this is way too real. Like, it was far too real for me.
Yeah, me too. Because the way that it hit you is just like, it went from screen to intense fucking music, and it just went boom, like it just like punched you in the face with the imagery. It's just like, you go full numbness all over my body when that happened. It was just like, what is going on? Because I realized what I'm seeing on the screen isn't real, you know. But at the same time, it's just like, fuck.
All right, here's the thing I was gonna tell you about, Bruce. The Monica.chr file?
Yes. Character file?
Yep. It can be renamed as a PNG file, which will result in a picture of a flaming ring with a square in the center containing white and black pixels. When the square is translated into binary, the result is a base 64 string. The string can in turn be translated, resulting in a document. And then, like, all the character files have that. Like, the Sayori file can be renamed as sayori.ogg, which gives you a QR code that you can scan, right?
Okay.
Which takes you to a website called Project Libertina, which apparently is going to be their next game.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, there's a lot of secrets in the code, in the game files and shit. Like, it's so deep. That's what's so good about the game as well. Like,
it is insanely 1/1,000,000th wall breaking. That's what it is. You know.
Yeah. Like, no matter how much you play it, there'll be shit about the game that you don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's just crazy. that much. Know,
like, how long have they been working on it for? Like, how long did it take for them to make this thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of effort. A lot of fucking effort has gone into that. Good job in making me scared of my computer. Because I've watched some horror games on my computer. I've watched Resident Evil 7. I've watched Outlast. I've watched, all sorts of horror games on this. And it's the only game that's actually maybe one away from see. And you never see looking at the pictures. It's like, oh, it's just cute anime girls. No, hey. Bit more than that. They make you feel comfortable for a while, but then they make you across the head.
Now that's a game that took the indie gaming scene by storm this year.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now everyone's gonna want to try to do it now.
Yeah, that's the problem. But I mean, Doki Doki Literature Club itself sort of follows behind games like Pony Island and Stanley Parable in the same sort of vein.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. Like, it's hard. I think it's hard to do those kind of games well. Especially to craft a coherent story out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, those two games as well are exceptionally good. Pony Island and Stanley Parable. They're all definitely in the same category for the same kind of thing. Or One Shot, if you've played that or seen that.
Nah.
The fourth wall breaking thing's effective, but I think it's hard to do well.
It is hard to do well. Deadpool does it well. Can we have another Deadpool game? That's a little less scary. A lot less scary.
Yep, a lot less scary. Yeah. Is that on your top 3 then?
Doki Doki. For shitting pantsness, that's a number 1. It's definitely at number 1s, but I can't say I had fun with it, no. It is really well. It definitely takes. It's up there with like the scariest games I've ever seen. Yes, it shocked me.
It's horrifying.
Games that shocked me. It's probably hit number 1.
What else we got to talk about?
Well, I'm just gonna hit my favorite games of the year now. I reckon.
Okay.
Me go first?
You go first. Everyone knows mine already anyway. And we just talked about one of them.
Yeah. I'll say what? Oh, that's your number. That's your second day.
It was third, but that was before I'd finished it.
I say, so would you push your other picks out? So what? Divinity, Original Sin was, and what was your second?
Sexy Brutal.
Sexy Brutal. So, would you keep that original order, those 3, or would you switch it around a bit?
Honestly, I'd probably push Doki Doki Literature Club to the top as number 1.
Ooh, wee! Controversy. There'll be fucking Divinity Original Sin fans rioting through the streets after hearing that.
Divinity's still an amazing game.
Yeah, see, it's going to push it down to number 2. Wowee. It's a little simple game. Well, not simple. It's not simple, but it's like a simple concept.
It's a simple concept, and it's
delivered right.
It must have been fucking complicated to work on.
Oh, fucking A. Jesus Christ. Couldn't even imagine. Well, since this game I haven't quite finished yet, but I've played quite a bit of it, and I've only just got it recently. Super Mario Odyssey. Probably put it as my third. So by the time I finish it, it'd probably easily slot into my third favorite game, just for sheer fun. It is constant fun. Like, the amount of shit that they've thrown into this game. It's the first Mario game that I'm probably going to ever finish. Because I've played Mario games here and there. I've never owned any sort of Nintendo console. So I've never had the chance.
Yeah.
So this will be my first Mario game to actually finish, and what a game to come into! What a game to come into!
I must admit, I really, really liked watching it. I've watched more than one playthrough of it right to the end. It's really... looks really good. Like, I don't have a Switch, and my channel is an exclusively PC gaming channel, but it does look like a really, really, really good game, and I've never really played Mario either. Or even been that interested in the franchise, to be fair. But, yeah, it looks really good. Really good.
I mean, yeah, so you wouldn't even really need to... Like, I don't know if... Like, Mario doesn't have a storyline, does he? Does he have, like, a history, a dark past, or anything like that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
so I
not.
don't know. Yeah.
I think it's pretty simple. It's like Sonic, you know?
Yeah. It's just... I'm not new to platformers. I'm a big platformer, and that's probably... I grew up playing Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, all those games, all platformers, loved all of them. But Jak and Daxter as well. All of those games I've played, and this game is probably how it's struck a chord with me, I guess.
Yeah.
It rewards you constantly, make you feeling like the constant of picking up coins or whatever, or the power moons.
Yeah.
Which apparently is a new addition because they're normally stars.
Right.
Big switch up. But everything that I've come across so far is new and different. I can't say that I've come across something. I'm up to like the fifth world, and I can't say I've come across something that's a repeat. Everything's new, fresh, and I have no idea what's going to be coming next. The further I go into the game, I'm like, what do I do here? What do I do? It's easy enough. There's enough power moons in the game to keep going because you need to move to the next area. And there's enough in each world that you don't need to go hunting too hard to move on. Like if you're just like some kid playing this game, you could easily smash through it easy. But me trying to be a completionist and trying to find every single power moon on every single level, it's stressful. It's fucking stressful. Some of the shit in this game is so hard. It's like, I can't do it. And I try my best. Some of the mechanics in the game makes it a bit of a struggle for me, but I do what I can, get as much of the game out of the game as I can because it's a good time. It's just 100% fun. It's all fun. And you don't get that very often anymore these days. Nintendo have come back in a big way in 2017.
As far as AAA games go, Nintendo is the only company that focuses on fun. It's the only company that ever really has. That's their thing. Like, that's not a AAA thing, but Nintendo's always had an indie mindset as far as the way they design their games.
Yeah. Well, there is no microtransactions whatsoever in this game. Like, everything's in the game. There probably won't be any DLC. You get what you get. And they're lucky that they pulled it off right because there's a lot of Mario games. There's a few dud Mario games, I would say. But this one definitely is not. Like, being a guy who's never played any Mario games before in life and I know the gist of Mario, but coming in and playing this, I'm pretty fucking happy with the way it came out. And I am stoked that it's the first game I have on my Switch. Not the game of the year itself. Which I will be getting to eventually, but, one game at a time.
I'll have to get a Switch this year anyway, because the next core Pokemon game is going to be on Switch now, instead of 3DS.
Wow.
Yep.
It's going to be like an RPG-esque one, isn't it?
Yeah, core one. Same as the normal Game Boy ones and stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to have to move to Switch for that.
Yep. Yeah, we have to play Pokemon on the big screen. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that'll push me into buying a Switch. If Pokemon comes onto the Switch, then like the core series comes onto the Switch, then I'm gonna have to switch to it. Switch to the Switch.
Switch to the Switch, eh? It's a fucking hell of a console too. Hell of a console. Nintendo, eh? What happened? What happened to them? They've been snoozing. And then they come
Nintendo's
out.
always done well, man. Like in the Wii era, they were like creaming it, but they've always had such a massive fucking following that they've always done well.
But this will probably be their best year ever.
Even back in the late 80s and early 90s, in North America at least, they dominated the console market then.
Nintendo fanboy, you are. You very much have to. You're obliged to get a Switch. Obliged.
Well, I mean...
Fuck. And they're bringing... what is going on Nintendo Switch right now?
I follow Nintendo so exclusive. I find myself having to follow Nintendo because I'm a Pokemon player, so, like, that's the only way I can play that.
Mm. And the fact that they've managed to bring other AAA titles to... Xenoverse 2 is on the Switch.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
I must admit, that is the one time... This is the first time that Nintendo's done that right. The third-party support. That they've never done that well, but they've always done well on their first-party games, but they've never, ever succeeded as far as third-party goes. That's why PlayStation overtook them, because PlayStation, especially PlayStation 2, was so huge with third-party developers, and Nintendo just never has been until now.
Till now. Big way. Doom, Skyrim. Because this is only just the start. They haven't been out for that long.
No, I mean, Switch has been out less than a year. Like,
Xenoblade Chronicles.
10 months.
Yep. I saw you can buy on a game that you love. Called I'll get back to it. I'll remember it.
Okay.
It's the one when you go through layers of like the bullet hell game, pixelated one.
Oh, Into the Gungeon.
Gungeon, yeah, you can buy that on Switch now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey. Like, okay, the one complaint I have with the Switch would be the 1-2 Switch game that they released. I watched Yahtzee play that with his wife, and I was like, this is the biggest
I watched that too.
of gaming garbage I have ever seen, ever. I mean, I'm like, it's targeted to parties, you're supposed to have fun. Anyone having fun with this at a party? No fucking way. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, who wants to come so you can milk a cow the fastest with me? No fucking thank you. No fucking thank you. No thanks, mate. I'll just be over here having a beer with instead of milking a cow. You want to fucking have a cowboy shoot off with me? No, I do not. No, I do not, sir. Aside from that, the Nintendo Switch is great.
Nice. Alright, so Mario Odyssey.
Right, this is tough. This was tough. My second game, which I haven't finished yet, which I'm trying my very fucking hardest to finish. Such a huge game. Is Persona 5.
Yeah.
Persona 5. Which is also another game franchise which I have nothing whatsoever. Nothing.
This one is a franchise I do know about, but I haven't played Persona 5.
Well, you can maybe chime in something.
I've played a lot of the Shin Megami Tensei games, but I've never played the Persona games specifically. Like, I played Digital Devil Saga, and I played the MMO as well for quite a long time. The Shin Megami Tensei MMO.
They're made by the same company.
Atlas, yeah, which is
the one
part of Sega. And I've played quite a lot of Atlas games in the past. You know, Catherine. Catherine's an Atlas game.
Yes. Because I remember hearing one of the voices on this game. Is also one of the voices on Catherine. I'm like, hey, that guy sounds. Oh yeah, from that game, Catherine. Yeah.
Atlas was back in the day. It was a big rival for Square Enix. They were pretty much the only two companies that were doing well in the West making JRPGs, because that's what they do.
Yeah. But yes, Persona 5 has hit my my second favorite game of the year, which I haven't finished yet. I'm really trying to finish it because there's not many games. There's not many games this year that I've actually tried to finish. You know, because I've just played and given up on and moved on to another one. But this one I'm actually trying to finish. And there's
That's
so much
another problem with playing exclusively AAA games is because they're always so fucking huge.
Yeah. Well, it's their fault I can't finish them. Make your games a bit shorter, maybe I'll finish your game.
I'd love to play Persona 5 as well. It looks totally like my jam. But obviously I don't have a PlayStation 4 yet.
Yeah, like you say, you don't need to play it ASAP. It's not going
one
day. Exactly. You'll get to it. You will definitely get to it eventually.
The problem is, like, I don't have time to play games outside of the channel anyway, and like I said, my channel was exclusively PC gaming, so I never have time to play console games anyway, but that's the problem.
But if you had the opportunity, you'd do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't regret it.
Looks fucking good to me. Like, I love the Shin Megami Tensei lore. I love the games that I have played from the franchise so far.
Well, this one's no different.
Like, it's the only MMO I played where I level capped on an MMO, right?
Yeah.
Which takes, like, if you know MMOs, you know that level capping a character in any MMO takes hundreds of hours.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, this game definitely would not take you off their fan wagon. You'd be on that wagon. Front seat.
And the art direction and the style and everything looks amazing. I mean, it's cel shaded, and I'm a huge fan of cel shading. I think because one thing that I like about the cel shaded games is that unlike most games, they tend to age well. Like, you can play a cel shaded game from PlayStation 2 now, and it doesn't look too bad. But if you play, say, a 3D or a polygon normal game from the same year or something, it'll look like shit now.
Painfully noticeable, yeah.
but the cel shaded games, they just for some reason they always look good. Like, the only thing you'd notice from playing a cel shaded game from, say, PlayStation 2 is that it's not in 16:9 resolution. It'd be a square, and like it'd be low resolution as opposed to high resolution. You know?
Yeah.
If you up-res that game and made it widescreen, then you wouldn't even know the difference.
No, I don't see. Yeah, no, I definitely don't see the art style of this game. It's not going to age at all. No, it's not. You can play it in like 5, 7 years time. You could re-release it again and look, just as good.
Yeah, definitely.
My first initial thoughts of the game before I even played it, like just when I was like seeing images and like gameplay of it and shit, I was just like, "There's no way I'm going to play that game. There's no way," because it just looked like it had way too much for me to handle. Like, too much.
Oh yeah.
Like, because it says like you got to balance your school life and your home life while battling monsters, and it's on a time limit thing.
Yeah,
like it keeps the story going, which I think is a big fucking thumbs up. It making you do the story and not doing side shit, because otherwise it'll be game over. Because I've never hit a game over, but I've heard that if you do not complete this task in a certain amount of days, it's game over. That's it. That's it. You can't do any more. You pretty much have to reload your last save, I think.
Yeah.
And try to just finish, the stage, because there's different stages, more or less, without trying to spoil anything.
Dungeons, like.
Yeah, more or less, there's dungeons that you have to complete in a certain time. It gives you a decent amount of time. Like, you're not going to be anything. But the fact that you have to do it in that certain amount of time, because, with other this is an open world game in a sense.
Yeah.
It's open world to certain areas. So you can go out during the nighttime if you got the skill to do it. Like, eventually you'll get let out into night and you can do whatever the fuck you want. but then also that weight will be on your shoulder of so many days to complete your mission. Otherwise, game over. And keep adding more and more people. Like only just recently, 80 hours, and only just got like the last guy in my party now. So there's so many characters, and you got to build relationships with these characters. The bigger the relationship you get with your teammates, the better abilities you get, and the easier the game is.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Complicated, huh? While going into these dungeons, two types of dungeons. There's one that you can go into whenever, and then there's the story dungeons.
Yeah.
And then
so you do like complexity after all.
Yeah, complexity when it's done fun, because the story and the characters are all amazing.
Well, that's the same thing I would say about Divinity. Like, it's complex, but the story's really good and the characters are, likable. Or if not likable, at least evoke some sort of emotion in you.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
even if it's you want to reach into the computer and slap their face because they're fuckwits, that's at least an emotional response.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I ask. Mm-hmm. Which all characters do that, because with every relationship, with each character that you can make, because your character says fuck all, your character's like he's not voiceless. He does say things, but he doesn't say much. But they do all the talking, and so then you learn all their backstory, and the more you talk to them, the more you get like to how they grew up, and why the way they are, and their future and all that sort of shit. So then you do actually get like a real connection with the characters, which is pretty fucking good. While you're battling all these different weird monsters that they've come up with, which I'm pretty sure they were smoking some sort of crazy shit with some of the monsters that they've come up with. But
I probably recognize most of them because they're always the same in the Shin Megami games. Yeah,
and also the
little snowman. Does it have the little snowman in it?
I don't think I've seen Little Snowman, no.
Oh. They're called like Jack Frost or something like that.
Yes, actually, they might be in it. Yeah, they would have been right. They would have been like real early on. Since I'm like 80 hours in, I forget what happens at the start. Yeah. But yeah, I actually do remember Frost now. I think it was called Frost. But yeah, I don't know how many. Looks like there's like around 200 different personas you can have, which is insane. Insane. I know. I'm not going to be able to catch. I'm not going to catch them all. That's for sure.
Gotta catch them all.
Catch them all. So yeah, well, this gameplay is great. I love my turn-based combat. Turn-based combat's great. I love anime. Anime's great.
Yep.
And I love me a good story. I'm all in it. I'm all in this Persona universe.
Was that your number one or was that number two?
That's number two. It's like I'm kind of tempted to go back into the Persona, see if the other Personas are just as good as this one. Like, what were the other Persona games on?
PlayStation 2.
All of them?
Yes, I believe so.
So good. So good. It's like I'm living a life in Japan without actually going to Japan.
Hey, you can do that in Yakuza.
Yeah, except this is fun, goddammit.
Harsh, man.
I don't hate Yakuza. It didn't strike a chord with me like this. Okay. Well, it's completely different game. Completely different. It's so good. Highly recommend it. If you own a PlayStation 4, you have to have a 5. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yep, that's fair.
So good. So good. I mean, I'll still be playing it now if I wasn't.
If I wasn't doing this, I'd be playing Doom right now.
Yeah. And Doom is fucking great too. Fucking fantastic. So many good games, so little time. Alrighty ho. My number one game for the year. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you one guess.
One guess.
Yeah. And you would have loved to play it too.
I would have loved to have played it too.
Yes.
But it was on PlayStation.
Yeah, but it was on PlayStation. You love PlayStation. Don't pretend like you.
No, I mean, but I can't because it's on PlayStation.
Oh, you can't. Yes.
Yeah. Shit. PlayStation. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, buddy. That's the one. That's the one. Yep. That's the game that once I got it, I didn't stop playing it till I finished. Nothing else got in my way.
That was on a lot of top 10 lists I've seen as well, I must admit.
Yep.
When I think most of the lists I've seen, when they were talking about like open world action games or whatever, it always came down to Horizon Zero Dawn and Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I must admit, on most lists, Horizon Zero Dawn seemed to lose out to Zelda, but I don't know, it seemed more compelling to me, really. I think I'd rather play Horizon Zero Dawn, to be honest.
Fucking Zelda. Fucking little...
I like Zelda.
Yes.
I played a lot of Zelda games, but I don't know. Wind Waker. Wind Waker was my favourite Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. On GameCube.
Yep, I've never played one Zelda once. Ever. Zelda noob.
Zelda birthed an entire genre. Like, there's so many games that I would consider a Zelda-like. You know? It's like a Souls-like. Dark Souls spawned a genre.
Dark Souls-like, yep.
And Zelda spawned a genre. And, like, I played many games this year, indie games, that would be considered Zelda-likes.
Good on you, Zelda. I mean, I got nothing against Zelda, I just never played it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Except it's taking the Game of the Year spot. Game that... I mean, I didn't say that. I mean, besides from that, I got nothing against it.
But yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah, I definitely wanted to play it. When I first saw it...
you shat your pants, didn't you?
At the end of, 2015?
Yeah.
Or 2016, sorry, end of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw the teasers and stuff, right, I was like, man, this looks fucking great, you know?
Yeah, this looks like this is going to go far.
Yeah, I really liked the aesthetic, the way it looked like it played.
Yep.
You know? Like robot animals. I love robots. I love killing stuff. I like open world games. It's all a good time to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where's the loss? And the one thing, like, worrying going into this game is, does the story hold up? Is the story going to be enough to, you know, keep me invested in my character and
is it?
Keep me in the game? It fucking is. It fucking is.
I don't know anything about the story.
It is.
At all.
The story is fucking... It's like a mystery, you know? It's pretty much, where did she come from? Because you don't see her parents. You don't know where her parents came from. You don't know how she came into the world. She doesn't know how she came into the world because she was brought up. She was a baby brought up by her guardian. And that's it. That's all you know. You know as much as she does. And the mystery remains through the whole thing, while she's also on a vengeance to, like, avenge her tribe and shit and like that as well. Traffic antelope, yeah, like they were just hunting down robot antelope, you know. And it's like, oh yeah, it's like, and they all got fucking, like, no, not just normal antelope, like all these robot animals, they got fucking laser cannons and hits and the shit. Like, what the fuck is this, you know? And what you armed with? Fucking bow and arrow. You got a fucking bow and arrow to take down these fucking big ass robot beasts with laser cannons.
Do you have melee weapons as well, or no?
Yeah, you got this staff that you can fight them with. It's not the most effective thing. You don't really want to get to them because you can, once you get hit by them, your health goes down real fast.
Yeah,
you know. But you can get it up pretty easily, like just picking up healing shit, and you can heal yourself. But you don't want to get hit too many times because you can die real quick. You really want to take them at distance, hit their weak points, and bring them down. But it is just one big fucking ball of fun. Again, I really don't have any complaints. I just wish that the world is so detailed and so well done that the PlayStation can't handle it. So
Right.
it's a bit, the frame, it's about 30 frames or less.
PlayStation capped at 30 anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the most part.
But it's noticeable.
Right.
Like some games it's not really that noticeable.
Yeah.
But in this one it is noticeable because their world is so detailed and they put so much effort into it that it looks really good, but the PlayStation can't keep up with it. That's the only fault. Maybe on a PlayStation, I don't know.
A PS4 Pro.
Yeah, maybe it'll run a bit better on that. Probably definitely does. But from my experience, yeah, it, can't keep up with it. So maybe I will play through that game again on a Pro one day and then I'll enjoy it even more. But to be honest, I don't really have any complaints about it. There's not too many side missions to take you away from the main goings on, but maybe I just didn't even notice. Maybe there was a lot of side missions and I just enjoyed it so much that I just didn't give a fuck,
Yeah.
Because, the character you're playing is great. The robots are great. Story's great. Everything is just great. I can't complain about it. Sorry.
That's good.
You have to squeeze it out of me. Because I can't think of anything.
Well, you already know my top game for the year.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Haven't played it. Divinity Original Sin 2, of course.
Yeah.
Which I still have not finished yet, but I should be pretty close to it now, I'd say. Have it done in a couple of weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said that you're almost finished you told me about 2 months ago you're almost finished.
Yeah, I don't get to play it that often because of my schedule. My recording schedule means I get to basically play 4 hours of each game a week on my schedule. So I get to play 4 hours a week of Divinity, and 4 hours of Divinity, there's not a lot of Divinity, to be fair.
No, it's not, no.
It's a fucking huge game.
Yeah.
It's huge. And, it has boatloads of side stuff. The side stuff is what makes the game. There's just so much to find. You gotta talk to everyone because there's so much to learn. And there's so many side quests to find just by talking to people. The bulk of the game is side missions. And it's not busy work shit side missions like you would expect in an open world game, say. Or even the shit side missions you get in Elder Scrolls, even. But every side mission is unique and fucking really a joy to do,
Yeah, that's what you want.
And you just spend you just sink fucking time into it nobody's business. Just oh, you're in an area and you're I gotta talk to these people and talk to these. Oh no, I want to go do this, and then you can do that, and the main mission just falls to the wayside. And realistically, I don't think you could cope in the game just doing the main story because so much of your XP and level gains come from side missions anyway. You would be so underpowered if you avoided side missions that you just get your shit pushed in by any boss you come across.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have, and that's where you get your good gear from and stuff like that from doing side missions. That's where you get your, legendary swords and shields and armor and whatever. And skill books so you can learn new spells and all that kind of shit. It's an incredible game, and, the one thing that blew me away when I first played it, I think it was the start of this year or the end of last year, I played Tyranny, which is a CRPG as well. You may remember when I was recording Tyranny.
Yes.
Played right through it. It was 32 episodes or something like that. And I really liked Tyranny, but the one problem I have with it is, as someone who's recording it, is that games like that have a lot of dialogue, and it was really, really hard on my voice to record 2 hours of it straight because it's all reading the whole time.
Yeah.
And then when I saw Divinity Original Sin 2, I was oh, this is gonna be fucking hard.
Oh, balls.
But at the same time, I really, really want to do it because I played the first one and I really liked it, but it had so much dialogue. But the entire game is voice acted. Every fucking line is voice acted. It blew me away. I was fuck, man. The kind of cast it would have taken, the amount of people they had to pay to do that would have been fucking ridiculous.
That's what I fucking like, eh?
And the voice acting is better in that than in Skyrim. You know?
Oh, fucking no, fuck yeah. Well, come on now.
What?
When it comes to, I mean, yes, no, you're right. You are right. 100%, I agree. Because if you put like Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Skyrim, maybe even Oblivion all together, you'll be hearing the same fucking voice in your ear.
Well, yeah,
constantly. Yeah. Like,
but I mean, my point is, I mean, obviously that's an example of a game that doesn't do well with voice acting.
No.
But the problem is, you say they don't put the effort in that Larian Studios did, but Larian Studios is an indie company, and this is fucking Skyrim's made by Bethesda, one of the biggest publishers in the entire fucking world.
That's true. That's true. Yep, it's true. When it comes to voice acting. Anyway, go on.
But yeah, no, like, it blew me away. I couldn't believe the whole thing's voice acted. Like, I was like,
yeah, it's great.
That's
great.
So fucking cool, man. And like, the voice acting's not even shit. Like, it's done by like professional voice actors by the sound of it. They're all really good. And the other thing I noticed, like, on the Steam sale, there's a Divinity Original Sin 1 Enhanced Edition.
Yeah.
That whole game is now voice acted as well. They've redone it so that the whole thing's voice acted.
Oh, was it not? Was it not before?
The first one wasn't. The second one is.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one was all text, because I played that first. I didn't play that on the channel. That was before I even started the channel. But yeah, now that one's in full voiceover as well, so I'm actually planning, spoiler to anyone watching the channel, like on a regular basis, but I'm planning to record Divinity Original Sin 1 after I've finished Divinity Original Sin 2.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. So that should start, like, what, next year, maybe?
Oh, I'm nearly done with Original Sin 2, so it should start in the next 2 months, probably.
Yeah. Nice.
Alright, I think we should probably, since we're about 2.5 hours in so far.
Yeah.
We should probably do our games we're looking forward to for 2018.
Yep.
At least that we know of so far.
Yeah, so this will be short because we don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
Can't really comment on them. But well, I'll just run through the list anyway. I won't go into any depth. Far Cry 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, the new God of War. Jesus Christ, it's gonna be different. Anthem.
Yep.
The new Spider-Man game looks really good. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is really soon.
Yep.
Days Gone, and I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be this year or not. It's probably not going to be, but Hideo Kojima's new game, Death Stranding, which looks like a complete and utter mindfuck. So,
I would say that's almost guaranteed to not be out this year.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's just on my list of games I'm looking forward to.
Yep. Well, my list has got 2 games on it, as you know. My list is Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z and Ni no Kuni 2. Revenant Kingdom, they're both out very soon. In fact, Ni no Kuni was meant to be out fucking next week or the week after, but it got pushed back to the end of March.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, unfortunately. That was actually going to take the spot after Divinity Original Sin 2 finished. But it's been pushed back too far, I think. And then Fighter Z obviously is out on the 26th in like 3 weeks, so...
Yeah, they might take this one instead.
I'm going to be hitting that on day 1.
Yeah. So you have two Dragon Balls going at once.
Possibly, yeah. I thought maybe I might take a break from Xenoverse to do Fighter Z and then go back to Xenoverse, because I feel like it's, as far as like recording goes, Fighter Z's probably not going to have a lot of content. It'll probably be the same story that we've already seen, and it'll probably be just that, because it's just a fighting game.
Yeah.
So it'll probably just be jump in, smash away from fucking Raditz to Kid Buu.
Yeah.
And then done, you know?
It's kind of interesting, but how the price tag on it, though,
oh yeah, it's
$100
expensive.
is like, makes you wonder, why is it that expensive?
Street Fighter V was $100 when it came out, and that wasn't even finished.
Fuck, now. Crazy, man.
Soul Calibur 6. That's on my list too, speaking of fighting games. And that'll be $100 when that drops as well. Guarantee it. But that's coming to PC, so I will be hitting that day 1 as well, as soon as it comes out, although we haven't heard of a release date yet, and I'm not sure if it'll be out this year, but I think it will. Probably late, though. Probably close to Christmas.
Yeah.
I've seen on the Bandai Namco Twitter account, there's a few videos showing off some of the characters and stuff. Sophitia and stuff like that. Looks like it's got all the original characters because Soul Calibur 6 moved away. 5, Soul Calibur 5 moved away from the original characters into like proteges to those characters.
Yeah,
looks like they're moving back to the originals, so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that'll make you happy. Yeah. No.
Yeah, well, I mean, the last one still had Nightmare and Cervantes in it. That's all I need. But yeah, that's definitely one I'm looking forward to. So as far as AAA goes, Bandai Namco's got me covered this year.
Yep.
Oh, and Level 5, of course, with Ni no Kuni. And I believe that's published by Square Enix.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
But yeah, I've heard a lot of people bitch about that one because they've changed the art style up so much. That's the same thing they said about Monster Hunter World, which is another one I'm looking forward to. They've changed the art style quite a bit, and a lot of people are bitching about it, but I think it's gonna be really good. The first one was really good, and a change isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No. And once you get everyone complains about change, everybody, but then once they get into it, they're like, oh yeah, all right, I'll move on. Yeah, move on from it.
It's still cel shaded, but I mean, I think they've gone for a less colourful, less sort of I don't know. A lot of people thought Ni no Kuni 1 was made for kids, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see why you would think that looking at the art, but I think it's a bit complex, realistically.
Yeah.
In the same way that if you're, say, a competitive Pokemon player, like, Pokemon is good for kids, but competitively speaking, not so much.
Exactly. It's like, well, most games these days aren't, just strictly for kids. Like, anyone can play them. Like, some people take a look at Super Mario Odyssey or even Zelda Breath of the Wild and think, those look like childish games. I don't want to play those.
It's almost an instinctive response to people when they see games that are cel shaded as well. Like still Zelda the Breath of the Wild was cel shaded, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, big time.
I mean, a lot of people look at that and say, "Oh, it's colourful and vibrant, so it must be for children." But
yeah,
I mean, have you seen the fucking trailers and shit for Dragon Ball FighterZ? Well, that's cel shaded, but it looks fucking amazeballs.
It looks like the best. It looks like the best Dragon Ball Z game ever. To be honest, the way it looks.
Oh yeah, it looks just
on looks. Yeah.
As far as pure looks go, it's already the best Dragon Ball Z game ever. I don't know. As far as mechanics go, I don't know if it's good, bad, or whatever. We'll know soon enough.
Exactly.
But as far as looks go, yeah, I can't deny it is very pretty, and it is very, very much like playing the anime. In fact, it's kind of better.
It is. It's probably the it is actually. It's actually, if not the closest thing, if not better than the anime. The closest thing going to be to playing the show. Yeah. That you're gonna get.
Definitely.
And I hope it's fun as balls. I want it to be as fun as balls.
Yeah, me too. I am concerned that it won't be, but I really, really hope that it's mechanically really good. I think from what I've heard that they're really gonna sort of mix up how each character plays, and it's gonna be sort of like playing a proper fighting game where you have to like play one character regularly to really get the feel for how that character works and like main a character.
Yeah.
Whereas like a game like say Xenoverse 2, all characters are pretty much the same, realistically.
Yeah.
As far as their combat, like their combos differ in the way they're executed, but realistically, they're all pretty much the same.
No, yeah. So there's not different like button. There's no different button combinations.
No.
Yeah, but I can appreciate like when I recently played Xenoverse 2 and I went into the just like to the fighting area, like offline battles or whatever. And I thought I'd give a few of the characters a go. But yeah, the buttons are the same, but at least they've made the animations different.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm pretty fucking happy with that. As long as they're doing that, as long as they're not like, if you pick a Saiyan, like every Saiyan's fucking attack's going to be exactly the same. But they're not, which is good.
I think, though, mechanically speaking, Fighter Z is going to be very, very different for every character. Like, you might be able to pick up, say, Goku and do really, really, really well, but that doesn't make you good at any of the other characters. But if you're good at Xenoverse, you're good at Xenoverse. Like, if you can pick up and play one character, you can pick up and play all characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to be the big difference. Depends on, like, the roster doesn't look like it's going to be very big, and they're already pushing microtransactions for it. They're already pushing Super Saiyan fucking Blue, Goku, and Vegeta as downloadable content, and the game isn't even out yet. So that's not a good start.
No, that's not a good start. No, not at all. At least when you pre Xenoverse 2, you got Goku Black for free, and I think there's one other, maybe as well. But the roster for that game is already fucking way bigger than I thought it was.
The roster is very good, and Xenoverse 2 is really good. But when I looked at the roster, the confirmed so far roster, should I say? But I mean, it's so close to release day now that I doubt much is going to change. If you look at the confirmed roster for Fighter Z, it's pretty basic. Like, if you're looking for, like, less important than main characters or movie characters, they are not present. Like, there's probably Broly. I don't know, I haven't looked, but that's usually the only movie character that slips through as far as basic characters go.
Yeah.
You know? Most of the others don't ever get a look in, so I won't have Cooler. That's probably a guarantee.
Sad face.
Yep. Or Janemba. That won't make it through either. So I'll have to probably learn to main, say, Cell or Vegeta.
Yeah. You're gonna have to resort to your third or fourth favorite.
So yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty basic, which is a shame, because I think as far as, like, the Dragon Ball Z games go, it's always been the roster that makes them really good. Like, if you look at some of the old, like, Tenkaichi 3, or, like, even Raging Blast 2, they've got some fucking ridiculously oversized rosters. And like you said, even Xenoverse 2 has a huge roster. It is,
it's really good. It's pretty much got every character that matters, more or less.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is all I can ask for, you know.
And I mean, obviously this new one's going to be focusing primarily on Dragon Ball Super, because that's what they're pushing at the moment.
Yeah.
So it is going to be Dragon Ball Super centric. Yeah, I got a list here. So this is the complete character roster so far. I don't see what's the date. As of the 3rd of January 2018, so 4 days ago. Okay.
Yeah.
So we go Goku, Vegeta, Gohan Teen, Trunks, Super Saiyan Future, Krillin, Piccolo, Frieza, Cell, Boo, Android 18 with Android 17. So they're two characters at once.
What? Oh, what?
Android 16.
What is that?
Tien with Chiaotzu.
What the fuck?
Yamcha, Captain Ginyu, and the Ginyu Force.
What? What?
Nappa, Gotenks, Gohan Adult, Kid Buu, Hit, Beerus, Goku Black, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta, and that's it.
Far out,
so even Broly didn't make the cut, and he's usually one of the few non-main characters that do.
No, there's like no movie characters on there whatsoever.
No.
None.
No, and not even like, say, I don't know, Dodoria, Zarbon, or any of them. Look, even the Ginyu Force is just all of them at once.
Captain Ginyu and the Ginyu Force. He'd be like part of the, like, his ultimate move, some of his ultimate moves and shit like that, I'd say.
Probably.
Yeah, but surely not going to be able to switch between them.
It says Captain Ginyu works for Frieza, though he's no lackey. He has his own group of friends, the Ginyu Force, and Dragon Ball FighterZ. He makes heavy use of them as assist characters, with Ginyu's core moves involving calling in his friends Gildo, Raccoon, Jason Bird to help him out. And that looks like the same for Tien and Chiaotzu and Android 17 and 18, which looks like Android 18 is the character you actually play and 17 is an assist character.
This sounds like a game made by not even a real fan of the show. Does he even know anything about the show? No, like his group of friends. Captain Ginyu and his group of friends turned up to have a good time.
And like Tien with Chaozu,
they're an elite fighting force.
Tien with Chaozu, I'd rather Chaozu wasn't even in the game than...
He's not needed. He's useless. You don't need him. Get him out of it. You don't need him.
Yamcha gets to fight on his own. There's no Raditz even. Like, Raditz is always in the game. Always. And there's no Raditz.
Not this time. Wow, this is interesting. Crazy.
So if you're looking at the character roster, it's pretty crap. Like, I mean, sure, it looks good, but like the character roster is pretty fucking terrible.
It's pretty crap.
It's pretty crap. Oh, and Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. Again, one is the main and one is an assist character.
What the hell? This is gonna be weird. I mean, I can't say anything about the game until but by the sounds of things, sounds pretty strange how they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't you just add the characters in just normally? You know, what's so hard about that? So it's too much effort, maybe. Because they put so much effort in the way the characters look, and they look really fucking good. Like, we can only do so many, you know?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Is that it?
Fuck knows. I mean...
Well, it seems to be that, well...
You're gonna have to main... You'd have to main Gotenks then, seeing you got Gotenks as an option. That would be your main, wouldn't it? Seeing you can't get Broly.
Or Future Trunks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, no. It's Team Gohan. Fucking A.
I thought Gotenks was, like, your second favorite character.
Nah, be Team Gohan.
Oh yeah.
And then then maybe Gotenks, then Future Trunks.
Looks like I may have to main Vegeta or Cell, one or the other. Probably Vegeta.
Or Cell. Yeah.
Vegeta or Cell. They're the only two characters I really like. I mean, I like Trunks, Super Saiyan Future as well. That would be one of my picks as well. Or I could just get really good at Tien. It'd feel pretty good to be really good at Tien and wreck shit up as Tien.
Yeah. He's not a bad fighter at all.
No, Tien's like, he's the best of the humans. I've always said that. Best of the humans. Alright, shall we wrap this shit up then? Because it's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm ready for bed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I plan on having a sort of, you know, last day before work.
We were making arrangements, you were like, it doesn't have to be 3 hours or anything, just like an hour. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. 3 hours. 3 hours later?
Yeah. I'll say, well, yeah, we ended up rambling on a bits, but, you know, whatevs. Yeah,
well, if we make this a more regular deal, then we won't have as much to talk about and it can be shorter.
Exactly, definitely can be shorter. I mean, this is only a once-a-year thing. I mean, talking about your favourite games of the year is a big thing, so...
That's true.
Yeah, so we're not going to really have much to talk about. Or as much, I should say.
I think 2 weeks would probably be good on the weekend or something every 2 weeks. Then we can talk about the last 2 weeks with the games and whatever is coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Should work nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to start releasing videos on your channel again so that everyone that sees this can go and check out your stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Links in the description, of course.
Of course. And I'll decide which game I want to start off as. I'm fighting to decide what I'm going to be doing.
Do Fighter Z. We can collab.
Yeah. That's collab. Yeah. Could fight each other.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a good time. We can learn the ropes. Learn the ropes of the game at the same time.
Hopefully they've entered that as a mechanic.
I hope so. That should be 90% of what they're basing the fucking content on. That's what fighting games are all about. Multiplayer.
That's what it's all about.
Alright then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, this has been a long-winded 2017 best of.
This has been 3 hours of shoot the shit.
Yeah, shooting the shit. Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Just shooting shit.